Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
Oh, light the beam, indeed. Lighting the beam only once this week as we settle in for the Wednesday edition of the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma, a Cowboys victory Wednesday that we will cover at great length because the season is now No, I'm not. I'm kidding. I can't even fake myself into getting hyped about that win Monday night. We will, of course, talk about it though. Broadcasting live here on the north side of San Antonio. I am your host, Sam Freeze, along with Cap himself in the room, enjoying our new digs that we have broken in a couple times now. Still getting used to everything. Still getting used to having to bring my own headphones. Thankfully, LG had a pair this week I could snag.
It's the one thing I can leave here without him bitching at me.
What, the headphones?
Yeah.
No, just get used to that because it's never going to end. Of course, LG in the other room steering the ship, where on this International Men's Day, November 19th.
International Men's?
Yeah.
It's a Men's Day?
Not Mensa, which none of us, maybe LG's a member of Mensa.
It's Merman, Dad.
Yeah.
It's Merman.
Not recognized by the United Nations. International Women's Day, recognized.
Hey.
International Men's Day, not so much. Not so much.
Where's the feminism there, gentlemen?
More importantly, we are 27 days away from the prestigious Emirates NBA Cup final, where unfortunately the Spurs finally dropped a game in group play
1-1
last Friday, losing back-to-back games to the Warriors, one of those being an NBA Cup game. We got Spurs notes we'll get to before we talk football. We've only doing one show this week for different scheduling reasons and
You got to pump those numbers up, man. Those are rookie numbers.
We had an idea planned for Monday night, but I'll get into what happened there here in the weekend recap. I want to say it's also National Play Monopoly Day. I don't know if
I wonder if Parker Brothers really bought that.
Do you know what year? I looked this up earlier, but I want to double check now that I'm thinking I didn't write it down. Do you know what year Monopoly came out? What year they started propagandizing Americans into the idea of putting your neighbors out of business through bankruptcy?
And the railroad. Oh, wait, the railroad. So, yeah, 1912. I'm going to go with 1912.
That's a good guess. I don't remember it being that old. I think it was the 30s. It was 1935.
Now, did you know that Parker's brothers also made shotguns and other rifles?
Firearms.
Yes.
Fun.
I got passed down a 1920 or 30 shot Parker Brothers shotgun. I don't know how much it is.
I was about to say, have you ever looked up what that would actually be worth?
Yeah.
Holy hell. I didn't know any of this. Screw the run sheet. We're going down a Parker Brothers Wikipedia wormhole. They produced mostly shotguns from 1867 to 1942.
Yeah.
What was the abrupt shift to go from shotguns to board games?
The Winchester, maybe?
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. I've got a new
It's a side by side Parker Brothers, but like the thing with it, like they redid the stock on it. So it's like an updated stock. So it's not an original, but the barrels and part of the other piece is original. So I think that took away some value. I think we clocked it around like $7,000.
Wow, that's still.
But it's like it has the original bag that's falling apart and like the original
that has the Parker
kit.
Brothers logo and everything.
It was just like one of those crazy things where I'm like, Parker Brothers, the board game made guns?
I mean,
everybody made guns.
I was about to say, I think you could probably trace majority of American companies from that era. They probably made at least one line of guns. I buried the lead though. Tonight, our only show of the week, it is a bit of a milestone episode.
Uh-oh.
In a good way.
Uh-oh.
In a good way.
What's that?
September 9th of last year, before LG was an available assistant, a part of a program that before I could have him back with me
today, Junior.
Before I'm treading lightly because I fought the urge for 2 days to fire back, and I haven't said a word. As I was just doing it solo, I had just my old man, shout out to Papa Giorgio. He had just bought the Rodecaster for me to start the podcast on my own, to do it, from the house there. Last September 9th was episode 1 of last year. Oh. It was titled First Cowboys Victory Monday of the Season. Little did I know that would end up being McCarthy's final season, and it wouldn't be worth celebrating any Cowboy victories. Tonight, November 19th, 2025. It only took a year and 2 months, but we have officially hit 100 episodes.
Oh, 100 episodes.
This is number 100
milestone
of the entire operation. I need to look specifically what number it is with the 3 of us since we started back in April, right there around the Final
Opening
4.
day of baseball.
Yeah, I remember like the second week we were doing it, it was the Final 4 in town. So I would think,
what was it, March 29th or March 30th?
At least half of that 100
Yeah.
is the three of us. I need to look up exact numbers, but tonight, nothing special, of course. we're just gonna, yeah, exactly.
You got any graphics for the 100th episode there, LG?
Well, no, but you know what graphics he does have? He has that nice little beer mug that LG. Before we get any further, and before I ramble more about 100 episodes, I could go through each one of them. We could pull a clip from all. That could be the whole show. No, LG, tell the good people how they can support the program and what that little beer stein there is.
Sure. That's the tip jar. That's the tip stein, if you will.
Yeah.
So you can throw just your tip in there by hitting the super chat. And then also, if you have not subscribed to this show, you can subscribe to, and it'll drop your profile picture in there, I think.
Oh, yes.
As well. So
Subscribe.
we can stack chips and profile pictures.
Very nice.
Yep.
Members get to do cool little emojis like Greg over there with the Cowboys star. Yay, Cowboys.
Hey, look, this is 1 week where you can proudly proclaim your Cowboys fandom. As I was over the weekend, I was talking with my uncle. I actually fired up, the roommate's traveling again this week, so I was firing up GTA Online because there's a new update coming out. I was playing with him a little bit, and the amount I won't call it, it's not Cowboys nihilism like I have, where it's just feeling like it's never going to be good again. That's the nihilism I carry around with me.
Yeah.
He reminded me that his childhood as a kid was Roger Staubach and America's team the first time. I got a cat hair on the tip of my hat. First time in the 70s.
There's a pussy hair in
and
that?
then that's correct. Yeah, hey, that place. I didn't even have to mark that. And then he had the 90s triplets.
Golly willikers.
So, his level of nihilism is more of a acceptance of just how things are now, but can at least still remember some levels of success for this organization. And I thinking about his kids are seniors in high school right now. So, what was that? Reverse math here. They're 18 now. So mid-aughts, 2007 being born. The only thing they know of any Cowboys history or lore is from his mouth and not what they see every Sunday. So, if you're under 30, celebrate the hell out of that win over the Raiders is what I'm trying to say in a long-winded...
What everybody wants to know is why CD and Pickens started the first drive on the bench.
Have you seen any of the rumors yet? We're gonna get into Cal notes, but there's been so many fake stories posted suggesting like CD was seen on casino cameras throwing up at 7:30 in the morning Monday morning as they were going back to their room. I don't think that one's true, but I've had plenty sent to me.
That would leak. That would definitely.
For sure.
Somewhere. On
For
the
sure.
Socials.
Well, let's jump into it because only doing one show this week. We've got to recap the football weekend. We've got to get our picks in. Somebody had a good weekend picks last week. We'll talk about that. But as always, we start first show of the week. We start with a little weekend recap, even though it is a Cowboys Victory Wednesday show. LG, go ahead. Let's get it out of the way. Go ahead and throw that picture up that I sent you. I have finally... There's a great episode of Community where it's Troy and Abed. Troy's got a giant cookie, like one of those cookie cakes. And the whole episode, he's just slowly eating more and more of the cookie.
Yeah.
And then at the end, of course, he ends up with a, stomach ache, sour stomach because he ate an entire cookie cake. And the whole metaphor, the whole analogy is Troy and Abed don't need to be roommates because too much of a good thing is a bad thing.
Yeah.
They're, creating that separation. That face right there, holding a ginormous bag of popcorn. So we went and got our weekend sports.
Girls, if you can find a man that loves that popcorn as much as Puma,
That smile is
Puma
authentic.
loves that popcorn.
That smile is that is
Got
real.
yourself a winner, man.
That is real love right there. And to the point of like someone who doesn't take a lot of pictures, this was me telling the roommate, no, I need a picture of this one because they hooked it up. They gave us 3.5 tubs worth in this bag because now we're regulars with them.
How many butter squirts? How
don't
many
wanna know.
squirts were
I
in
mean,
there? Are we talking one pump?
No. Each bucket's getting layered.
3 pumps, you get
So-
you get flagged.
No, we got multiple violations for excessive pumps. I mean, you're at half a dozen for each tub, so literally 18 over 20 pumps of butter in that
There's
giant
probably
bag.
2 full sticks of butter in that bag.
Oh, there's no question. That was me Saturday afternoon. I was getting ready. We had just watched the first half of A&M South Carolina, and I was like, oh, okay, we can run to the movie theater and get our popcorn now. This is a 30-3 game at halftime.
This game is over.
Little did I know the Aggies would have their biggest comeback ever in the second half. So we went and grabbed all this popcorn, and then went home, watched some football, was eating popcorn, ended up leaving to go watch the Texas game out in the wild, which I've got a wild story about that. I want to get y'all's opinion on if I'm the a-hole in this scenario, but ended up come Sunday, had full 7 hours of afternoon Sunday football with no Cowboys, spectacular, ate a lot of popcorn. We had thrown around the idea because Tuesday, Thursdays are booked up this week. LG was running camera at the Mexico game last night in the Alamo Dome, and he's got the Spurs game tomorrow night. So we already knew we were going to have to move some stuff around.
They allowed 2 pumps.
They did. They also, LG told me,
You get 2 warnings, and then we're going to stop on the 3rd.
Yeah, they had to flash that sign up there. Anytime Mexico's losing in a game, you just know you're going to.
LG's all for it. He's like, it's tradition. We
You
had
know,
an argument about that.
There's some level of argument to be made about that.
I'm just saying.
I am just saying, OJ. But no, so we end up watching football all day Sunday. We had thrown around the idea of the 3 of us doing a Monday night watch party for the Cowboys.
Watch that.
Since we weren't going to be able to squeeze 2 shows in, let's at least do a watch party Monday night. I was getting ready to promote it Sunday, and then about 5:00 hit on Sunday, and I realized. So as I said, the roommate's traveling again. She left for the airport. I didn't have a whole lot to eat at the house, so I just kept eating popcorn.
Did you refrigerate it?
No.
You know, butter goes like.
No, that's a wise tale. Butter doesn't go bad, it goes rancid. It doesn't do anything, it doesn't cause you harm.
One would say rancid
No.
is a bad thing.
No, that's just rancid is just flavor based. It doesn't go. I grew up with,
So it doesn't grow bacteria.
I grew up with butter on the countertop at all times. Like you leave butter out on the counter so it's soft, spreadable.
But isn't that like with the like a cap where they like so no air gets to it?
This is in a Ziploc bag. It's zipped up.
Plastic.
I mean, like micro. Besides the fact that microplastics are shrinking our taints, which is that is scientific fact. Like that is, go down that
the
worm.
taint, the area
Oh,
between
yeah.
the
Yeah,
and the
go down that wormhole because that's scientifically true.
Do I want a larger taint?
Yes, science.
You want a normal sized one. I don't know if larger is the way to look at it, but
Is like a smaller taint more preferred?
it has a lot to do with like testosterone levels. It's like microplastics are killing us all slowly
Look at the taint
by
on that
generation.
guy.
Exactly.
He must work out.
Look at the big brains on Brad. So yeah, long story short, as soon as Steph left, I ate the rest of that popcorn and was absolutely worthless. The experience that hit me at about 4 a.m. Monday morning, I would not wish that on my biggest. I don't have a lot of enemies. I would not wish that on any other human in general. I hope Pol Pot didn't have the kind of bowel movement.
You're gonna have to apologize to Mama Cap because someone was supposed to go up on Monday
Oh, no.
to visit, but I said no, we're doing a show on Monday, we can't do it.
Oh no.
And then lo and behold, she's like, I didn't see a show on Monday.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Explain. Play her this whole clip. Explain to her that I ate 3.5 tubs of popcorn.
Yeah. She
and
said it was sounds like something you would do, and I was like,
yeah, a lot of that.
my roommate right now is like,
Castlehead pork and egg.
The depth and the amount
that was what 2 shows ago when you see me just uncomfortable.
oh yeah, you were literally on the
Too
hot
much
seat.
flaxseed, man. I was like, if this is bloating, what girls go through every month, this is horrible.
I hear it's bad. I hear it's bad. Before we get too much further behind it, I do want to ask you. So Saturday, when we went out to go watch, I don't like watching the Cowboys in public, but I don't mind watching Texas. I'm not as, especially this year when it's they're pretty much out of it. They have to run the table with Georgia and A&M still on the schedule.
Oh, a friend of
It
mine.
wasn't happening.
They got in a scrap, and one person I don't know if he got choked out, tripped, and fell and knocked out, but out cold because no way a 3-loss team can go into the championship. And he's like, no, if we beat A&M and we run the rest of the table,
Look,
we can get the last seed.
if they had kept it close against Georgia, your buddy defending 3-loss Texas might have had a chance to win that argument. I don't think it's happening now. So Sunday we go out to watch the game. It's packed. Or Saturday, I mean, it's packed. Everyone's obviously, you had A&M, Oklahoma, and Texas playing boom, 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 triple header. Bars were busy Saturday. So we get there, find one parking spot in a giant parking lot, right? And it's like 2 spots from the front door. So it's prime parking. And I'm just, licking my chops thinking like, This is the good Lord telling me I need to get
win today, baby.
Yeah, like it's all coming up, Sam.
Or
like
do I need to leave real fast and I have to do a walk of shame?
one or the other?
Yeah.
So I'm pulling into the spot, and as I start to go, nose in, because normally I'm a back end parking guy, but I was going nose in because I wanted to make sure I got it before anyone else. As soon as I go in, I notice there's a guy sitting on the
Curb?
well, not the curb, but like the tire stopper,
Yeah.
like the little divider there. He's sitting on it, and as soon as he sees me start to come in, he jumps up, starts waving his arms.
Nah, I don't
Okay.
play that game.
I don't either. And I quickly told him, I rolled down the window. I was like, hey, man, move. And he was like, no, I'm saving a spot. I was like, dude, it's not junior high cafeteria lunch. Like, no, like, move. You got to get out of here. And so immediately he picks up his phone and starts calling somebody. I'm like, what the
Was
hell?
it the owner of the bar or something?
Just wait. So there's, again, like, I'm glad I didn't get more angry with the guy
Yeah.
because it would have made me look even worse in the long run.
Elderly people.
So I park. I tell the guy, I was like, dude, you're going to get run over. I'm not stopping. And so I'm like just slowly moving into the spot as he is like holding, like it's like he's going to take a charge and then he takes a step back as I get a little closer and then he does it again. I'm like, dude, like move, get out of here, go.
Yeah,
like,
you lost the battle.
You lost. You're not winning this. Like I'm in a 2.5 ton, however heavy a 4Runner is. I'm in a motorized vehicle. You're not going to win this battle. Like it's like when you see like like 3 protesters trying to block a highway. It's like that's not how we win this
I was
battle.
like, the car wins the battle 99.9% of the time.
Even if I agree with you, you're not doing anything to further the cause right now. So eventually he gives up. He's on the phone the whole time. And then I hear him, someone yells, Brian or Jason, some generic white guy name, yells, and he looks over. And so he walks over, meets the guy, and it's obviously very obvious they're related. They're brothers, okay? And so in my head, I think, oh, he was trying to save a spot for his brother. Mm-hmm. His brother found parking. Everyone's fine. Crisis averted, right? So we get out of the car, start to go walking into the bar. And right as we're hitting the front door, an old man comes, like had parked around the corner and comes walking around the side of the bar. And I kind of think to myself, I was like, like, wonder if that's related, but kept walking in, didn't worry about it. Get to the bar, we're ordering our drinks. As we're waiting in line, I turn around and I see it's the 2 brothers, and that's their dad. He was trying to save a spot for his elderly father who's decked out in UT gear. They were very clearly meeting up to watch the game together.
He doesn't have a cane. He doesn't have a walker, dude.
No, and he was wearing like stylish, like 70s Nike running shoes. Like he's
good effort. Like, nah, I'm still not playing that game.
okay. So I'm not crazy for.
Nah, like, I mean, if the guy came to you and was like, look, I got my old man.
That's what
he's got a bad hip. Throw me, like, I would have thrown him $5. If I was doing something like that, you got to get more than just, I'm going to muscle up on this. Like, nah. I've had girls go all out condition fit. And I sat there and I was like, look, I'm just going to park in front of this spot in the middle of the road. And I'm going to walk in there. And the owner's going to ask me, why are you parked in the middle of the road? And I'm gonna be, there's a crazy girl.
Because one of your patrons is losing, is melting down.
I've done that. And she literally was like crying when I came back out to put my car in the parking spot. Because the guy's like, can you please move so we can park and stop blocking the whole road? And I'm like looking at her like, and she's like, yeah. And I'm just like, stop it, man.
Just stop.
I was like, you didn't get the parking spot.
Also, if you're not in good enough condition to park further away and walk in, you don't need to be at a bar to begin with.
You don't need to be at a standing room only bar.
Right, exactly. Like it's packed for Saturday college football.
Yeah.
I felt as soon as I saw it was for their dad, the
I would have sent the dad
in
a
me,
beer and been like, sorry, they didn't tell me it was for you.
See, that would have been a better move, but I'm not as good a person as you are because all I did was sit there and stew in guilt/anger. And I felt guilty, but also it's like, it's your son's fault because he didn't tell me what it was for. And now I look like the a-hole and I can hear them back there. I can't hear what they're saying, but I'm assured in my head it's about us and about stealing the parking spot.
The many of times that the panic in the wife's face, the wife's, you got to put your blinker on. Put your blinker on. I'm like, I'm gonna get the spot. I don't give a. I don't care if I got a blinker on or not. I'm going to pull in there.
It's happening.
You know?
Yeah.
But this person put a blinker on way over there, so that means it's theirs. And I'm like, no, it doesn't.
That's not how that works.
No. It's like, it's not first see. It's like first to get to it gets it.
I will say, though, when you have your blinker on and you're waiting and then the person backs out the wrong way and blocks you and allows someone else to get in there, that infuriates me. And it's like, I'm mad at two people. I'm not just mad at the person that stole the spot. I'm mad at the idiot that backed out because what do you want me to do? I have to go this way. My house is this way. Like, well, you could have gone a courtesy, but no. Well, good. I don't feel as bad about my decisions then because Steph was the roommate was laying it on pretty thick that I was that I should be. Oh, of course she was because she could tell it was bothering me. Like the
stewing over there.
The oldest son. I was imagining me and my little brother meeting up, like convincing dad to come out when this dude was probably mid 70s, pushing 80. I was just thinking about like one of these days, that's going to be me trying to save that spot for my dad. And it's going to go about as well as it probably did for this guy. Let's get into it because we've got a lot to get to tonight. Obviously.
Mark it.
Marking at 8:31. Let's do some Spurs notes, shall we? Mentioned since we were last in the room, they dropped the game. I think we did a show last Thursday. They had already lost on Wednesday night to the Warriors. It was deja vu Friday night, but it took two.
How is that not a dunk with points when Draymond
The
Green?
Wemby dunk over Draymond?
Yeah. Like, if the foul occurred before the ball was inbounded, like, so give me this rule. Do they need to be in the bonus to make it to where it's 2 shots and possession?
So that was my biggest gripe about it. Like, I understood that you're not calling the foul on the shot attempt, which was a successful dunk. I mean, right on. But so then if you say, well, the foul occurred before the dunk, before Wemby got the ball.
But that's continuation.
But it's either the continuation or the foul occurred while the ball was still in the inbounder's hand, which should have been a technical.
Yeah, that's
one shot,
it's
and
one
then
shot
you
in
keep the
possession.
ball. Right.
Yeah.
So like there were multiple questions of how that got officiated.
Do I think that would have changed the outcome? Absolutely.
I mean, of course, that's what we're going to go with now.
I'm a fan, man.
Yeah,
Come on, we would have won that game.
In hindsight, that's what separated the two teams. That moment right there. How much did you enjoy though, just seeing Wemby and Draymond go back and forth?
He screamed in his ear.
Dude, that was so sick. That was so great.
You're too small. What? You just watch. And then he does that right afterwards. Come on now, dude. Like that's some dog right there.
Well, that is one thing I think as, thinking back to the 90s, early 2000s, it always seemed that the European player was tagged as soft.
Yeah.
Just by default.
Doesn't put the body on him.
Right. Avoids contact, is more, Dirk, 7 foot shooting fadeaways. I guess it's because he's soft, it's finesse. Yeah. You don't have to worry about that with Wemby. Like that is full dog at all times. Now, whether the body can hold up to that kind of physical battle, because that's also the game where we saw Wemby. Granted, I think the injury occurred on the weird Brandon Podziemski collision where he kind of took his leg out a little bit from rolling on the ground. And so not only do they lose that game, but we get the Wemby injury. But I will say bright spots in the 2 losses to the Warriors. It took old school Steph Curry masterclass games.
Not so much the first game because I think it was just a lot of foul calls, but definitely the second game we saw vintage Curry.
We saw Olympic Curry.
Yeah, can we see that 7 games in a playoff battle? I don't think he's got that in him.
No, and I do wonder how much of it. So he wore the Mambasita Kobe's.
Oh,
because he's out of his Under Armour contract now. He's in San Antonio.
He got revitalized with the new kicks.
I think there potentially is some psychological boost of feeling like a free man. Like, obviously, that relationship went sour. Like, it wasn't like the contract expired and they said, thank you for helping build our brand. Like, clearly there was some kind of negotiations that went wrong between him and Under Armour. And so then he throws on Kobe's and goes out and puts up back-to-back 40-something point games, 40-something point nights. I think it was more of a giant middle finger to Under Armour than it was to the Spurs.
So let me get this right. When it comes to contracts, it doesn't have to deal with he's a professional. He should be performing at this level no matter what. It could be he got a boost, a superhuman style boost, but momentum is fake.
Yeah, I guess I'm
Oh,
struggling.
you are, dude.
I'm
That's
struggling
hypocrite.
to-
That's hypocrite at its finest, baby.
How do those things?
It's a mentality. It's a mentality. When you have momentum, you get adrenaline. You get
Right.
endorphins.
Yeah.
You do things that you don't normally do.
Yeah.
He got adrenaline from wearing the Kobe's, channeled his inner Kobe, and had momentum through the whole game.
Okay, I mean, you're wrong, but I see the
Oh,
connection. I
man.
do. I see where you're
out
trying.
both sides of your mouth on this.
Of course.
This is one of those, I rest my case, Judge.
And the judge would say
Mic
that's
drop.
all circumstantial and there's no connection. But that was a good argument. You presented it well.
I present it well. I win.
No, I don't know. I think
They did look sick though.
There's something to. I think there's something to the old guard guys. Like, I mean, we even kind of saw it with the Rockets, with Durant, Curry. Some of these older, veteran-driven teams in the West. Obviously, everyone knows the Thunder are now the team to beat league-wide,
Oh, yeah.
and they're a group of youngsters. Now they're seeing
But
the Spurs.
Can Kevin Durant stay healthy is the key.
Can anyone stay healthy? We're going to talk about that in a
my
minute.
God,
The whole league is injured.
I caught Steve Kerr's little comment on that one.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. The Thunder are already the dominant team in the league. The Spurs are coming up with their youngsters. I think you're going to see nights like this where guys like Steph see this young Spurs team potentially passing them in the NBA hierarchy sooner than they expected.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, y'all tamp down, youngins. We still got this for now. Like, this is still our window. Because it's
Still missing our first pick in the draft.
Oh, yeah, no, the Dylan Harper.
You don't think that was like big? Like, because that would have been energy to have him run around with Curry and give Stephon Castle a break.
Yeah,
you know?
I think missing Dylan Harper is obviously you're missing your fourth most talented player on the roster.
Yeah.
Now, whether he's not your fourth best contributor or fourth best, probably numbers wise, but in terms of what he can give you
He can
on a
give you 20
random
points.
night,
Yeah, he
exactly.
can give you 20 points every third, fourth game.
But I do think there's something to the Warriors seeing the Spurs pass them potentially in the standings and being like, no, hold on.
Yeah.
Like, y'all wait your turn. We're making our run at the Thunder. Like, y'all aren't passing us yet.
They're the late 2000, early 2010 Spurs right now, being like, we still
Yes,
got
that's a
one.
great-
We
exactly.
still got one in us.
And on our best night, we can beat anybody because
Yeah.
we still have a top 3 player in the world, Steph. We
Mm-hmm.
still have the core nucleus of what made us great. Yeah, that's a great comp.
Great coaching. You
Yeah.
know, that's the coach has been there. Like, what is Steph? He's played 15 years of league, 11 years with Steve Kerr. You know,
Golly, Kerr has been there that long.
he's
hasn't
been
he?
there that long, man.
Yeah, man, that
So
sneaks
like
up on you.
it is such a homage to like our Spurs history, dynasty time, you know, and then the race, not race for six, but what was it? Drive for five.
Drive for 5.
Yeah.
No, now it's
So-
the race for.
Race for six.
But what's
But no,
it's
what's the other
French-
one?
Yeah, it's,
Oh.
see, say something like that.
Man,
I took 5 years of French,
speak
and I can't.
German.
I took 5 years of French, and I can't even count to 6.
Oh,
in the
oui, oui, oui.
language.
Yeah.
After the Warriors game, they did bounce back with back-to-back wins now over the Kings on Sunday, and then the Grizzlies
Why
last
was
night.
Castle out? Just
So
resting?
The injuries, let's go ahead and get into them. It's not good. Wemby is being reevaluated in 2 to 3 weeks. That doesn't mean he's back in 2 to 3 weeks. Reevaluated with the left calf strain.
But the MRI was negative.
Good news, MRI negative. Bad news, calf strains we've seen with Kevin Durant in the playoffs, Tyrese Halliburton in the playoffs. Calf strains are what lead to blown out Achilles.
Yeah.
So there's, just like the Fox hamstring, there's no chance they rush. Like Wemby's taking more time
Yeah.
than necessary than coming back earlier. Just this early in the season.
Come back during the Mertes.
Yeah, we need you for the NBA Cup
The
game.
Mertes Cup, man. Come on, that's all we need. Just take 3 weeks
So
off.
he's going to miss the Portland game coming up. That's an NBA Cup game.
It's in the bag.
So
But what's up with Castle?
the Castle one, he's being he got injured in the game on Sunday against the Kings. Ended up not playing in the whole second half.
So he did play. So I didn't catch it.
He played the first half, got injured. It's a left hip flexor strain. Yeah.
Did he take a bad fall or?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember the play off the top of my head, but it was
He's so explosive. Like, that's not good.
yeah, and it right on
What's the time frame on that one?
reevaluated in 1 to 2 weeks. So potentially Castle back before Wemby, but both of them you're looking at missing the next 7 to 10 games minimum.
How have we gotten a report on Dylan Harper's comeback?
I haven't seen anything substantial
I haven't
about
heard anything about that.
what the timetable or when we're even expecting to see see any kind of, because we haven't heard ramping up in practice. We haven't the most I've seen reported was he's just continues progressing.
continues progressing.
He's
Okay.
no longer wearing the walking boot, but he is still progressing through his recovery, which if you're not even giving me a timetable yet,
I think Spurs are taking a page out of the Patriots. They're not going to give us anything, obviously.
Well, and even
The Fox, like we thought 3-5 days.
no, they told us he would. Fox and Sohan would only miss 2 to 3 games to start the year, and it was 2 to 3 weeks. So even when they do tell you something, I'm not.
Sohan,
Yeah,
pro cornrows or anti? Which one do you think?
so I like him, but I swear to God, the first game he was rocking them, I thought the Spurs had signed Malik Beasley
I was like,
or Michael Beasley.
I
mean.
was like, who's number 10 again?
Yeah,
I was like,
it was. He looked a lot like late era Michael Beasley.
I
with
just
the road.
he looks more intimidator style. Like he's gonna sit there and he's already known to get in between the scuffles. He's the regulator, but
Every team needs one. It will. So now with the injuries, and we saw Sohan, play well last night. Had potentially some coaching, benching, coming back into the game after that. But this is where now with your second pick in the draft, Dylan Harper out injured with still a questionable timeline. Castle's going to be most likely out 2 weeks. Wemby's going to be most likely out 3 weeks.
Yeah.
This is where having your only former All-Star on the roster, De'Aaron Fox, this is where it is now like we need to see the Sacramento De'Aaron Fox.
We need him to take over those fourth quarters.
Big time.
And that windmill dunk,
Dude, that was sick
I
last
had
night.
to rewind it to see if it was De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't know he had those ups.
That was the timing of that dunk when the game's in hand and
19 seconds left.
right, like
He could have backed it out, but he statemented.
that tells me exactly. I think that was a statement of I'm healthy, I'm ready to carry things. Like that's again talking about psychological bumps. That's a psychological bump for the whole team, showing them like no. Just because
we're still in this.
just because our guy's out, just because our stud sophomore is out. Like this is why you traded for me. This is why you gave me the extension.
I'm liking
also Harrison Barnes last night. That was the
daggers at the end of the game.
Harrison Barnes taking over a game in the fourth quarter in 2025.
Yeah.
Things I didn't expect to see, but love to see.
Getting on the floor, getting dirty.
Yeah, and that's what it's going to take now.
know?
As it's Fox, Barnes leading the way. Need to see more Vassell now. You're going to get to see more Vassell, the offensive initiator, not just the spot up shooter. You're going to have to see that. Obviously, Keldon is Keldon, the constant coming off the bench, but then Sohan, needing.
Keldon's playing he's playing physical, man.
When is
I
he
love
not? Yeah, I mean,
I haven't seen him play this physical in ever. He's the most veteran person on our team.
outside of Harrison, outside of Barnes.
I mean not veteran overall, but he's the longest
Oh,
tenured
yeah.
Spurs.
Totally.
He's the longest tenured Spurs on our team. And he's he's showing that he got taught by Pop.
Yeah,
You know?
I was just talking to a dude last night. I had almost kind of forgot that Keldon has an Olympic gold medal because of Pop.
Yeah.
Included him on that team because my buddy was talking about a place he used to work at that Keldon would shop at. It was like a vintage clothing hipster store kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
And he said they joked with Keldon one day, like, hey, bring that. It was right after the Olympics. Like, bring that gold medal by. And he was like, yeah, bet. And then next time he came through, he was rocking it, like let them all wear it. So I was like, oh my God, escaped my mind. I'd kind of forgotten about that. That's where, as you think about what this team's going to look like with all the injuries while the guys are out, last night is kind of the recipe for success. It's going to be ugly games. You got to clamp down on defense, and then you need timely fourth quarter takeover scoring, opportunistic fourth quarters where if it's a close game, just keep it close until the fourth quarter and hope that one of your veterans takes over like
I'm
last
liking
night.
that journeyman white boy that we got that wears the soccer little headband.
Oh, Kelly
Yeah.
Olynyk, yeah.
Yeah, he's making some, crafty plays down there. He's knowing when to.
He's also sneaky physical.
Yeah.
Like sneaky, like
He'll body you.
the guy
Yeah.
that you're playing pickup with at LA Fitness.
The guy
that
who's
is
stretching on the
Right.
sideline.
And
You're
just
like
instead
"Who's
of
this
trying to
guy?"
block every shot, he's slapping down, trying to steal it from you as you're going up.
The classic Kenny
raking
Powers guy.
your arm.
I feel like I'm 7 feet tall. Who the F is this guy? Wait, who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Yeah.
All right, I like this.
I was really happy when they got Olynyk because it does feel like surprising levels of physicality that might have been lacking on this roster.
Yeah.
But I think that's where looking at the points are going to be hard to come by.
Yeah.
It's just with your Castle. I mean, not just Castle's own scoring, but the way he had increased his facilitating, the way he had turned into more of a not just a playmaker for himself, but for everyone else on the court, more of a distributor. That's going to be sorely missed. So thinking about how they win games going forward, it's going to be a lot of defensive effort that potentially drives any wins. And on that note, I saw this stat earlier today. The Spurs, when Wemby is on the court, are the second best defensive team in the entire league. The only one that's better, Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Like most statistics. Oklahoma City, number one.
And we might get that number one, but we
With-
need Wemby on the court.
Without Wemby on the court, the Spurs are 28th. And it's not just a difference in ranking. So when Wemby's on the court, they give up 106.5 points per 100 possessions.
Yeah.
So basically just think of it as standard metric. They give up 106.5 points when Wemby's on the court. When he's not on the court, they give up 123.5. It's a 17-point swing for those that don't want to do the math. That is quite drastic. Yeah. And so that's another name we haven't mentioned. the other white big man, Luke Cornett. It's now going. A lot of the interior defensive responsibilities will fall to Cornett, which early signs have been promising, but
he was getting. I mean, we had Castle alley-ooping him, and
right,
he's just sitting there just waiting for that lob pass. Which, I mean, that's good, but we got to see that defensive prowess, and that's going to be hard.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that are about to be.
Because he definitely doesn't have the side-to-side movement as Wemby.
No. The mobility is nowhere close.
Yeah, so we're going to see these guys. Like, I mean, I was looking at the schedule.
Oh, good.
We play 2 group plays back to back.
I know. I did see that. One of them, Portland. Who's the other one?
Nuggets.
Oh, yeah, that's the big one.
Next Wednesday, next Friday. God, man, if we can get Dylan Harper back, I would feel a lot better for that Friday.
So just looking at it, so right now they said 1 to 2 weeks for Castle at the beginning of this week. So jumping forward, basically missing Hawks, Suns, Trailblazers, Nuggets.
Yeah.
And then Timberwolves. Those are all like
if he's healing like a young man should, hopefully they might stretch him to depends on if we win the Trailblazers. If we lose that one, he's sitting. We're not even going for the cup. I don't even know if we're going for the cup anyways. But
don't ruin my hopes. Don't ruin my hopes of the first ever NBA Cup championship for the Spurs.
But after that, I mean, after the Nuggets, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves, which they seem to be underperforming a little bit, but they're still 9-5, which I think we can leap them if we keep healthy.
Yeah, as is the case, usually the mark is 20 games. Like you get about a quarter of a way through an NBA season, and then you can kind of extrapolate out records of how teams are going to finish. So I still think we're a week or two. Basically, early December, you pretty much know what everyone is. So here in a week and a half, I think you'll kind of have a better idea of where the West is going to stand for the next few months, pending any trade deadline moves. But it's really, 1 through 8, with the Warriors being the 8 seed right now. Those back-to-back wins over the Spurs have kept them above 500. I mean, you're pretty much looking at, I don't think the only team out of any of them, Thunder, Rockets, Nuggets, Lakers, I think we're pretty solid. All 4 of those aren't going to fall out of a playoff spot. Spurs, Timberwolves, Suns, Warriors. I think the only one that probably, if you were going to say any of those teams fall out of the top 8, the Suns.
Yeah, I don't consider them a playoff team at all right now.
Yeah,
even though they beat us, but
here's the problem. In order for the Suns to fall out of a top 8 spot, they'd have to be passed by either the Trailblazers, Jazz, or Clippers, who are all, you want to talk about a team underperforming. Clippers are awful. Clippers and Mavs both have 4 wins each right now.
I see the Clippers turn. Well, I guess with all that Kawhi drama. Has he even played this year? I don't think so, right?
I thought he did. At the beginning of the year. Yeah.
Yeah, he might have. That's how much Clippers basketball I've watched. But
yeah, no, he's definitely yeah. He's sidelined now, but he was playing at the beginning of the year. Yeah, because whenever you said that, it shot my wheels off because they've just been so bad all year, and it's still shocking that we haven't heard anything else from the NBA regarding Kawhi with all of the, investigation.
Steve Ballmer.
Right.
He got a lot of money.
Pablo Torre keeps cranking out. I think it was the Boston Globe or Washington Post. I think it was the WAPO put out their own in-depth investigative piece around the Kawhi deal. We got more Uncle Dennis.
I think everybody's circling the wagons right now the NBA, MLB, football about point shaving.
Oh yeah.
Like NBA's got one that got arrested. You know, we all know about the MLB. I mean,
The college basketball
college,
kids.
yeah, the college. That's always been a thing with those college
Yeah,
kids.
that's nothing new. Yeah, so Kawhi's missed 9 straight now, but he played in their first 5. That's right. The only other thing I had on Spurs, besides the injuries, besides that, was the fact that LG is doing the Spurs game tomorrow night against the Hawks, which is why we're not doing a show. But
yeah.
more importantly, I will keep reminding every time the Spurs play the Hawks, the Spurs still own the Hawks' first-round draft pick this year. So hopefully tomorrow night they can make it a 3-game.
It's a must-win, man.
That's right. Hopefully they can make it a 3-game winning streak as they take on.
And remember, Sports Cave, if you find LG and take a
Yes,
picture of
take the
him,
picture.
send it to us, and we will put it on here with loving remarks. The closer you get,
What was this, like Where's Waldo or something?
Yeah, we definitely
It is.
we need a where's.
well, like I need to
Where's
give like
LG?
stickers.
Just
Yeah.
find me in the FBC somewhere.
That's not a bad bit.
I love it.
Yeah, we need a sticker guy. We
I
need
was
some,
like, yeah, if you get a sticker on them.
look for LG.
Yep.
You want to do some Cal notes before we
Yeah,
try
let's
to
go ahead. We got a lot to get to.
cram
Market.
2 shows into one here in the main seggy. 8:56. Let's do some Cal notes.
Here we go.
We're not hearing as much of that.
No, I haven't heard that pretty much at all. He
Joe and Troy were talking about it on the broadcast
changed
Monday
his
night too.
cadence. Yep.
Yeah, not getting nearly as much of the annoying. Here we go. Look, I'm not going to sit here and try to tell you that the season is turning around or salvaged based on the performance
Your
Monday
defense,
night.
I mean, the defense looked good, but you're playing the Raiders. You're playing Geno.
I do think there is in the NFL where the differences between teams is so thin. Like the fact, like when you saw, like what happened when the Bills weren't focused 2 weeks ago. They got blown out of the building by the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
Who we were all saying, we're probably going to fire their coach.
Well, because
At
they
the
gave the
end of
ball to
that
their
week.
playmaker, A-Chain, who broke off, 50-yard runs on him, which I don't understand why the Raiders aren't feeding Genty. I get them trying to get it into Burrow. Not Burrow, but
Brock Bowers.
Bowers. But you got to get that man the ball.
Yeah, what?
Like he had like 3 rushing attempts in the first half.
Yeah, no,
That's ridiculous.
you know who their offensive coordinator is, right?
who?
The former Oregon coach, Chip Kelly.
Oh man, so he's sitting there trying to do the air raid offense, which I mean everything goes through the run. If you picked a running back at 6th pick overall, which everybody said was a stretch, and you don't sit there and focus on him in the beginning of the game when you get a 3 and out, you get a strip fumble. Like I don't know what you're doing. Trey Tucker, he's not that good. Like he had an easy back shoulder pass, but he goes post towards the safety. And you're like, man, you were in between them. Just turn around on the back shoulder, and Geno Smith actually put a good ball on him. But that killed me.
The weirdest thing to me is Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll has
Is a
always been run the ball
Yeah.
guy. Like that was the whole let Russ cook, because
Yeah.
Seattle fans were mad that they were just handing the ball to Marshawn
Yeah.
every time. Like, which also was Brian Schottenheimer, the offensive coordinator at that time in Seattle. Yeah, that one, it was really weird to me, the Raiders.
But when was Russ the best on play action rollouts?
Yeah, and then throwing
and-
deep over the top of defenses.
Yeah, to lock it, to all this stuff. So I know we don't have that mobility, but Geno's not a statue. He can run the ball, he can roll out, but you have to establish the run. And I get it. Marvin Overshown. You got some people like the Quinn Johnston on there.
Oh yeah, Quinn Williams.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, Quinn
let's talk.
Williams.
Let's talk specifically about the defensive additions because, again, like in a league where the margins are so thin, I agree with you. Yes, it was the Raiders, but also it's the best the Cowboys defense has looked since week 1. Not even close,
Yeah.
right? But again,
Let's see if they build some momentum on them.
let's see if they can match the performance this week as they play the Eagles, who ironically was who they played week 1 when their
Yeah.
defense only gave up 20 points. And it was like, maybe life without Micah won't be so bad. So the Quinnen Williams trade, he was as advertised, a sack and a half on his debut with the Cowboys Monday night. You mentioned DeMarvion Overshown, back from injury. More importantly, wasn't like we had heard all week. It was, a pitch count sort of for a baseball reference. You weren't going to see Overshown jump right back into the rotation. Well, here's the snap count numbers. DeMarvion Overshown played the second most snaps of any Cowboys linebacker Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that played the most snaps was the other guy they traded for at the deadline, Logan Wilson.
Logan Wilson.
So
yeah.
you had all of a sudden overnight going into that game Monday night, Kenneth Murray Jr. was playing more snaps per game than any defensive player in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. As bad as this Cowboys defense has been, they haven't even been willing to try anybody else.
Yeah.
That tells you alone how bad that room is, how bad the situation is. So you trade for Logan Wilson, who the Bengals didn't want. You get Overshown back. Wilson plays 34 snaps. Overshown plays 31.
Mm-hmm.
Shamar James played 26, and Kenneth Murray also 26. So technically, Kenneth Murray went from playing the most snaps of anybody in the league to being tied for the third most among the linebacker group. I think as long as Overshown stays healthy, this is the closest I think you're going to
So you
see
get like the 21st best defense in the league.
from 29 or from 31st to
31st.
21st. I mean, that's
I'll take
like
that.
I will take that. I will take that. That at least keeps them in games. That at least gives the offense a chance to steal games, which is what they're going to have to do the rest of the year.
Speaking on the Raiders, I do agree with you, Greg, that, I know Genty's point of contact, he only has the least in the NFL, like it's like 1.3 yards. Before
before
So
contact.
the O-line is crap.
Yeah.
But Kyle Shanahan says it best. He didn't say it, but the teammates said, he will call a play that he knows isn't going to do anything.
To set
But
something
it's setting up another play. So this is where you're playing chess, not checkers. But you never know with a guy like that, which they haven't even introduced him in the pass game. He wasn't a pass catcher in Boise. He was mainly a runner because it is Boise. I get it. But you got to break him out on some screens. You got to sit there and throw him some swing passes. You got to see if he can go up the middle and actually catch the ball. And who here has watched Raiders practice or listened to a Raiders thing?
No, yeah.
Nobody. But
No.
I mean, everybody knows that you're not going to do that. You got to do what you normally don't do when you are 2 wins into almost a 9-game season.
You know what that looked like Monday night as you described that, thinking about it? It looked like when you play your one friend in Madden who doesn't, like he watches football, but he doesn't, like he's a checkers player, not a chess player.
Yeah, he's staring down one receiver instead of looking through his options.
And he's throwing the ball on first, second, and third down.
He's always playing 2 over the top safety.
Yeah, there's no strategy. It's just I'm trying this now, and then I'm trying this. There's nothing that connects any of the strategy on the offensive side. That's what it was. It was like when I used to play my little brother in Madden. And
doesn't get the nuance on like a 3rd and short. You're gonna stack the box,
right? Exactly like that, which is weird because I mean, again, Chip Kelly has been a good offensive mind at multiple places in his career. Very odd offensive strategy
He got
from
1
them.
year in San Fran as a head coach, and we said, "See ya."
I kind of even forgot about that as well.
See ya.
God, that one
He
sticks
benched
out.
Cap, dude. He benched a Super Bowl QB.
The speaking of the snap counts, and specifically, was really curious to see how the defensive tackle group would be arranged with the addition of Quinnen Williams.
Oh yeah, what was like a
So the snap counts for them.
for what am I thinking of for zone versus man on man?
So they ended up still ran a lot of zone.
A lot of zone.
But the difference is they were able to get pressure with their front. So you had Kenny Clark and Quinnen Williams playing a lot together on passing downs. Osa had a snack. A snack.
He snacked on Geno's.
There it is.
He had him
Osa,
at Geno's.
Osa and Quinnen both posted 90 plus grades Monday night. That was right. And I think that is, if you're looking for some kind of recipe of what can work with the three of them rotating, Osa played 40 snaps, Kenny Clark played 39, and then Quinnen Williams played 33.
I know the interior, like the defensive tackles, were just going to work on that game. Like,
Which again, it's the Raiders. It's a bad
Ginty
offensive
couldn't
line.
get anything in between the tackles, get it, the O-line. And he's not a burner, but like they did it in the pregame. He can break tackles. If you sit there and throw him a swing pass and you sit there and go deep routes, deep crosses, if he breaks with one tackle on a cornerback, if they're in cover two, or if they're sitting there playing, protecting the edges and whatnot, that could break for a big play. And that could get the momentum going. And then you got the defense on their heels because they're like, I got to keep my eyes kind of towards it, not all the way locked on my receiver. I got to be looking behind me in case, Ginty breaks a tackle. And that's what he excels in that.
Yeah.
Breaking tackles.
Yeah.
So
you got to give him the chance. You got to give him at least give him the opportunity to make a play.
Because I lost by 2 points in a fantasy team.
Oh, is that what this is rooted?
Yes, it is what it is.
Okay. I hear you keep pitching.
I pay attention to these things when it affects me.
Returning to the Ginty point, even though it's nowhere on the run sheet. But
when Trey Tucker doesn't go back to the ball and Bland breaks up a third down.
Yeah, no one gives a hell about your fantasy league. The other, surprisingly, they also got
back, baby.
Also got Malik Hooker back and Donovan Wilson. So they got their two safeties back.
Yeah.
Both of them led with the snaps there. We got to see the NFL debut of Siobhan Revell. He ends up playing 19 snaps. Deron Bland was basically locked on Brock Bowers all night. A much better.
He played Brock Bowers and Tucker.
Yeah, but again, like you remember 2 weeks ago in the Cardinals game, Bland played predominantly outside, and he got cooked by Marvin Harrison Jr. Bland looked awful. Well, playing back inside as that slot, and he's matched up with Bowers, which is their biggest weapon. It's where you would want to have your best cover corner.
I don't know why they just basketball wise, box him out and throw it high.
That would be too easy. Or that would seem
the
too
ball
simple.
placement was not the best. That's why I was saying the back shoulder throw to Tucker in the end zone was one of Geno's best passes.
Would it surprise you to hear that George Pickens through 10 games has the most receiving yards of any Cowboy ever through the first 10 games of a season?
Yeah, that's pretty surprising.
It's pretty surprising, right?
Yeah. Through CDs, all best wide receiver year.
CD, Dez, Mike Irvin.
Mike Irvin was that was a run first team.
Sure, but still.
T.O.
Yeah, the T.O. Romo.
That's crazy.
Connection.
Romo was the first one to start throwing it for 45 times.
Right. I'm surprised.
In Dallas, now not in the NFL, but Dallas wise.
Yeah, the problem, this is where it's now reaching Pickens is a $30 million a year wide receiver.
Yeah.
And
You see Dez trying to like.
I did. That's where I was. So
Dez.
tell the people you saw it too.
He's trying to be like, don't go to a team for just the money. I did that. It was horrible.
Playing for the
I
Cowboys.
was like, Dez, you got cut.
Playing
dude.
for the Cowboys opens up opportunities you wouldn't have with any other team.
Oh, Dez, you're Oklahoma State. I love you. Oh, but
Lufkin zone.
Stay in your lane. You
No,
You got cut, dude.
If Dez can get through to George Pickens and get him to accept anything below the franchise tag money. So this is where
What is the franchise tag money at?
28, a hair over 28 million.
28 million
For the wide receiver.
Why am I thinking that they're 40 million's the top?
So that is what
that
Jamar
Jamar?
Chase is. Jamar
Okay.
Chase is the highest paid at 40 million. CD is at 36, 35 and a half, I think it is. But they take the
Didn't
average.
T. Higgins give like 32?
Yeah.
32. And then it has to be 30-30 because Ayuk got it. So it's not 28. It's got to be,
The wide receiver franchise tag is going to be 28 million.
if Ayuk's got 30 and that was the same thing, and you got Justin Jefferson's 30 plus, it's got to be 33.
I'm looking at it right now on Over the Cap, and it is
Well, man, I'm probably thinking of like all the
28.
you got to take away the signing bonuses.
yeah. Once you get down
Okay.
the base roster number,
I'm just thinking of the overall, and I'm
Right.
not thinking of signing bonuses.
because the
versus
franchise
cap hit.
tag is just straight. You get
Cap.
no bonus. You're getting straight 1 year salary money.
Yeah.
And so that would come in at 28 million. At this point, you can already see the writing on the wall. Like Pickens has the same agent as Micah. Jerry's going to tender the franchise tag. He's gonna
Pickens wants a contract.
Right.
That's the whole reason why he got ousted out of Pittsburgh. They didn't want to pay him that money.
right.
And if you franchise tag him, he's got that mentality of I will sit.
That's right. I don't think that works out. But again, I'm
No.
telling you, you can already see the chain of events that's about to take place. Jerry's going to say,
How
we're
much money
working
do
on
y'all
a
got?
deal. Oh, they still have like the fifth most
Do
salary
you think
cap
think
space.
Pickens would take $30 million a year? With
That's the question. If you got
take like an IU contract.
4 for 120,
yeah.
4 for 125, a hair over 30. The problem is, this is where I think the battle with him and his agency comes into play a little bit, because there's no way, if he continues this statistically through the rest of the year, there's no way his agency lets him take a deal for 30
No.
million. Because
And
then we're in the same
Players
position.
Association is going to be on his ass, too,
Right.
you
Like,
know?
there's a scenario where Pickens gets more money than CD on the open market. Like if he's open for every team,
CDs, this is his third year in the contract.
second, I
year.
think it is. CD's
Okay.
26. He's 2 years older than Pickens.
So Dak got it last year.
And
CD.
Dak got it technically 3 years ago. Dak
I
was
thought
3
they
years
paid
ago.
CD before Dak.
No, they paid Dak first.
Yeah, okay, so
That was-
Dak got okay.
CD's contract battle was 2 years ago. Or
Okay.
no, it was last year. Was during the preseason last year. Because he set out all of training camp, and then they got the deal done the week of the regular season starting.
No, check that because I thought Ayuk would have the battle last year, and then the year before was the CD battle.
Ayuk had it was August. It was August of last year that CD signed the 4-year, $136 million. So this is only year 2. You were right on that part of it. But yeah, this is where now, like having Pickens perform so well is going like
Yeah,
you're getting what you hoped for, but now he's also driving up the price where you're potentially going to end up paying him as much as you're paying CD. Maybe that's what it takes, to the dollar, same contract, 4 at 136
yeah.
total. Is that, let me ask, like, from a football perspective, from a non-Cowboys fan, is that good business to have bargain bin running back, 2 of the top 10 highest paid receivers?
But I mean, you're going to, from the contract situation that I've seen out in Cincy, you're going to have that kind of situation where you're going to have to lean on you're going to have a nothing but defensive draft.
You got to hit on your draft picks.
You got to hit nothing but defensive draft. And you got to just basically say, I have a 3-year window.
Yeah.
And lean on these other guys because this is like a San Francisco problem. All of a sudden, Bosa is going to get paid. Fred Warner going to get paid.
Right.
You know,
we
had to let Hargrave go because we couldn't pay the D tackle.
The Cowboys have $64 million tied up between 3 defensive tackles. Something's going to have to get restructured there.
And we could do all those sweetheart deals because we had Brock Purdy starting for 2 to 3 years,
right,
before we paid him, and then he took a hometown discount where he could have got paid more from somebody else, but he wanted to win. So you're gonna have to find somebody in that organization, and this is the thing: you're dealing with Jerry,
right?
And you know how he
Jerry's going.
He doesn't have a good reputation of being good to his players, except if he really likes you.
Right.
But we thought he liked Micah.
Yeah, but Michael pulled. I almost did a Jerry. Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons
pulled Jerry's pants down in front of everybody. That's what you can't do in negotiations with Jerry. CD never did that.
Yeah.
CD held out, didn't show up, said, talk to my agent, but he never embarrassed Jerry publicly the way Micah did. And that really does seem
That's like
to
taking
be,
a page out of like Zeke Elliott's book or
right,
something like that.
And even when Zeke held out and was hanging out in Cancun, he still never publicly embarrassed
Zeke's got
Jerry.
pictures. I don't know.
Zeke's
got some pictures somewhere.
Zeke's got the ultimate leverage. I think from a Cowboys fan perspective, if you're paying Pickens the same number you're paying CD, I'm okay with that. If Pickens' agent, which is also Micah's agency,
and that's the problem,
right? If they try to set the market, because if Pickens continues statistically what he's done so far this year, that is a 24-year-old wide receiver entering free agency with top 3 wide receiver numbers in the season prior. That's not a guy that settles for under market value.
I think we're going to see a shakeup. Isn't Justin Jefferson a free agent next year?
I think he still has 2 years left.
There's going to be the Chargers are in the market. They're going to make a big splash in the wide receiver market. Oakland's going to pay a wide receiver. You got, I think, Denver could be in the market depending on how they finish in the playoffs because they might be one wide receiver away.
So Justin Jefferson is same length as CD.
He's on the 2nd-year contract?
Yeah, they're both going till 2029.
2029.
So Jamar Chase till 2030. The big one that kind of jumps out compared, like Jamar Chase, 25, Justin Jefferson, CD, 26. But then you've got DK Metcalf and AJ Brown, who are both 28 and got their money. There is no world where Pickens looks at 28-year-old DK Metcalf, soon to be 29-year-old AJ Brown, and says, I'm accepting an offer for less money than they're making. And right now they're both at 33 and 32 million respectively.
Yeah.
So that's Pickens' market at the baseline.
I don't see Pickens going under 35.
I kind of think you're right. I mean, if the numbers continue, his agency has every leverage to say this is a 24-year-old wide receiver who just put up top 3 numbers in the league. Why should he not be paid like that?
I can see someone going
attitude aside.
5 years, $35 million per. But it all for the Cowboys is all going to depend on how this young core healthy now and if they can stay healthy, how they perform to see if, hey, we can actually have a shot next year if we have an above, like an elite offense with a average to above average defense.
Yeah. And that's where, I mean, again, I tried to feign excitement about what this win on Monday night does for the rest of the season. They have a 12% chance to make the playoffs right now. So when you hear someone talking about the rest of the games this year kind of have a 2026 preseason feel to them.
Chasing the inside straight.
The guys, exactly. Like the guys in that locker room are not thinking about next year. I'm not suggesting that.
They're thinking about personal stats.
Exactly.
You know?
And Pickens thinking about this payday he's about to get.
Yeah.
But I do think from a fan's perspective, you can watch specifically the defensive side of the ball. Because I think on offense, the only question is Pickens.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Javonte Williams, whatever you do there. I mean, he had another nice game, 93 yards, 22 carries, something like that from Monday
Might
night.
be a flash in the pan. Did they signed him for a 2-year
Just a 1-year deal.
A 1-year deal.
Yeah.
You can find a running back. In
That's
the
what I'm
second,
saying.
third round.
Oh, and they should also potentially, there's your 3rd round draft pick right there. And get you a starting running back, 4th round at worst.
You know Jerry's going to use a first rounder.
Potentially.
I don't know the drafting class. I know the quarterback drafting class next year is hot garbage.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Mac Jones, we gonna get a first rounder for Mac Jones?
Oh,
Come
let's not
on.
get crazy. I do think from a Cowboys fan perspective, when you have Eagles, Chiefs, Lions,
Yeah.
the next 3 games, that I think is more about showing you how close you are to them for next year than it is about how close you are to them right now.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's where thinking about, these defensive, additions, how they fit into the roster for next year, because all of those guys are locked into contract. There's no one, everything's locked in now outside of Javonte and Pickens.
Y'all paid Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, but they're the same way with Terrence Steele. They paid him way too early.
Yeah.
They're getting out of both of those deals at the end of this year, which is only more cap space that they won't use. Remember talking about that Eagles game Sunday 3:25. We got to make picks before we get out of here tonight. So that will be the line on that game against the Eagles. Eagles minus. You want to guess?
Where are they playing?
Dallas.
Playing Dallas. Eagles minus 3.5.
Nailed it. On the nose. 3.5. So think about that as we morph into the main segment here at 9:22.
Market.
So I mentioned one of us had a good week last week. You almost went undefeated, 5-0.
Yeah.
The Lions screwed us both in the primetime game against the
wild.
Eagles.
Yeah.
But you won the week 4-2, which now puts you up 24-22 overall. You now have a 2-game lead in the standings.
I covered that Seattle game.
So specifically, looking at the games we picked, we both picked Cowboys and Niners. They covered easily. The Bills-Bucks game, it ended up being 12. If Baker had scored that touchdown, that wouldn't have mattered in their second to last drive.
Yeah.
That would have ended up. I was thinking I was covering that game.
What was the line? What was
5.5.
Oh, yeah.
So exactly. So I thought I was going to get within 5 points. I thought you were going to lose that one by half a point. And then Rams Seahawks, same way.
Yeah.
That was a 3.5 point game or 3.5 point
Told
spread.
you that was going to be a defensive showdown, bro.
Ends up being a 2-point Rams win. So I got the winner right,
With Sam
but they
Darnold
didn't cover.
throwing
4 interceptions.
What? Like, come on.
Do you know how hard that is to do in the NFL?
Yeah, dude, that's insane.
It doesn't happen often.
God, I was just like, are you kidding me, man? And then they lose by Myers, he can nail a 61-yarder
Yep.
inside because they're playing in LA, and he just sits there and pulls it. Wait, not even close. I
think the better team ended up winning
I'm gonna
that game.
check the point shaving on that game.
Valid.
Like,
So as always, I break them up into contenders, playoffs, fringe, and ass. I added this week. Did you see on the Monday night broadcast because they wanted to include the Cowboys in the graphic for the playoff picture? They had the Cowboys in there.
Oh, okay.
The Cowboys were under the category of sniffing around. So we've got fringe parentheses sniffing around column.
Oh God!
But we didn't even put the Cowboys in that.
Nah,
Trust me.
They're still ass.
So the contenders took an interesting hit this week. We only have, the way I've been doing it is if you are under plus 1,000 in Vegas,
Yeah.
Super Bowl odds, then you are in the contender category. All season, despite what their record has been, the Chiefs have never had odds except the best odds to win the Super Bowl all season long.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed.
Tell me they had to move that.
This is the first week where the Chiefs are not the odds-on Vegas favorite to win the Super Bowl. And
Don't
not
tell me
only
you're second, third, fourth. They shouldn't even be.
they dropped. They are now 1, 2, 3, 4. They now have the 6th best odds. They went from 1 all season and finally down to 6.
I would say that's more realistic. 6th best odds. That's more realistic. That doesn't piss me off as much.
So they still have better odds than the Seahawks. Still have better odds than the Broncos.
Well, the Seahawks' last performance with the 4 picks. Better odds than the Broncos,
That's
who
correct.
just beat them
That's correct.
with the Bo Nix reeling.
Have better
team.
odds than the Patriots,
That's ridiculous.
Packers.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, that's about where the line is. So the upheaval this week, there are only 3 teams now.
Tell me my guys are in the contenders.
The Niners?
Yeah.
No, nowhere close. Y'all are barely hanging on to a playoff spot. You're closer to fringe than you are contenders. Your Niners have worse odds than the Chargers and Bucks.
You got to be kidding me,
No,
man.
no.
Did you see what we could do? We're only getting healthier. Pearsall caught 1 catch.
Your best guys,
Brian Thompson Jr.
your biggest injuries aren't getting healthier. They're out for the year.
Brian Robinson Jr. is turning it back up, becoming that player that we saw last year.
We'll talk about the Niners when we get to fringe. No, I'm kidding. Playoff. There's only 3 teams that have under 1,000, under plus 1,000 odds for the Super Bowl. You want to guess?
Bills.
Bills have the 3rd best odds. They're plus 800 to win the
Eagles.
Super. Eagles are number 1, plus 500.
And then you got, oh man,
Had a big divisional win
Oh.
on Sunday.
not Detroit, not
Might have the MVP playing quarterback.
the Patriots,
The Rams.
the Rams. Oh yeah,
Rams are second. So Eagles are plus 500. Rams are plus 550.
yeah.
Pretty much a toss up there.
The Rams
And then-
are playing the best ball they are.
And then Bills. The closest to sliding into the contenders, the Colts are right at plus 1,000. The Lions and the Chiefs plus 1,100. And then you get everybody else.
and
So we only have 3 teams in the contender category.
this
To
seems like
burn
they're doing more of a history lesson on this than what we're seeing week to week.
Well, that's how Vegas is. I mean, that's how that you can judge a lot. You don't normally see a team come out of nowhere and win a Super Bowl. It's usually a 3-year buildup, or you have some kind
Philly.
of.
Last year, like
That wasn't out of nowhere though. They had. I mean,
they lost in their first round the year before.
yeah, but it wasn't like it was all of a sudden. Oh my! It's like comparing the Eagles last year to what the Colts are doing this year.
Yeah,
that
that's-
doesn't feel
that's
like a
different.
fair right, and that's where I'm
different.
saying. Or comparing
That was like Minnesota.
comparing what the Eagles are doing or did last year to what the Pats are doing this year.
Yeah.
Those aren't really comparable, you know? Like normally there is.
I'll give you the Pats and the Indianapolis, maybe Denver. You know, just because their record is stellar. But if you look who they played some really crappy teams. You know,
and they've squeaked by in a lot of games that they.
But they do have the best defense in the league. You know, like
I kind of understand. Like if you ask me right now who has a better chance today of winning the Super Bowl, the Chiefs or the Broncos, I would still say the Chiefs. I know that sounds crazy.
Well, I mean, because Patrick Mahomes, they've been there.
Exactly. And that's where I say building off
He gets
of
those calls, which he didn't get this weekend, which was a beautiful game. But did you see
like
when he
the
got
calls,
sacked and he was like, he hit me in the head. He hit me, and he didn't touch him anywhere in the head.
Sure, it's the same way Kirby Smart calls for holding on every defensive play. They're holding, and Kirby gets the calls because the SEC loves Georgia. Bills beat the Bucks. Mentioned that. Thought the Bucks were going to have a backdoor cover. Bills bounce back, win that one 44-32.
Superman Allen came back. Woo!
6 touchdowns, right?
6, 3 passing, 3 rushing. Only one player in NFL history has ever done that.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Old guy. Old, right?
No, I mean, no. He's the only player that ever do 3 rushing, 3
Oh, I thought you said it.
Oh, no. He is the only guy.
I was thinking like Otto Graham or Staubach.
I think the
someone that
closest
ran back because like Otto Graham has some crazy. Every time a rushing quarterback does something,
it was that crazy.
It's either
Michael
Mike Vick.
Yeah.
It's either Mike Vick or Otto Graham that they match or pass.
It was that crazy Philly Mike Vick game where he had like 2 rushing touchdowns and 4 throwing touchdowns to have 6
for the 6 total, but not 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Mentioned the Seahawks almost winning that game, but the Rams hold on, win 21-19. And then the Cowboys' upcoming opponent, the Eagles win behind their defense. Offense still looks pretty lost.
Yeah.
They beat the Lions 16-9.
I don't know what's going on with that offense. Like, and you cannot keep on putting them in the number one.
It hasn't been good all year.
Yeah.
I mean, you remember flashback, they were the first team to go 4-0 to start a season while getting outgained in all 4 of those games. Like it's not a new.
And it's surprising that their defense is doing so good. They got rid of Huff, like San Fran got Huff on the line, and they lost good people like C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And they're still just stellar. I guess that's how deep they were last year.
Yeah, I mean that's
And then they still got the tush push where they are going before the snap count. Like, you got to do a replay on this. Like, it's got to be replayable.
No consistency to any of those officiated calls. I do think on the Eagles offense, it needs to be repeated and brought up every time we talk about it. They lost an offensive coordinator that's a head coach now in the league this year. Kellen Moore, obviously, Saints aren't, I mean, they were on bye, but they're in the ass category. Yeah. But still, losing your offensive coordinator. I mean, how many offensive coordinators has Jalen Hurts had? What is he up to now? 4?
Yeah.
I mean, they're losing continuity from the staff like that. I think definitely plays into performance when it comes, especially on offense.
You get bitter star receivers.
Yeah, the A.J. Brown, again, comparing Pickens' number, there's no way Pickens is going to take less money than what A.J. Brown got from Philly. Playoff category, we saw last Thursday when we were in the room, Pats beat the Jets 27-14. Dude, somebody break up the Bears. The Bears lead the NFC North right now.
The Niners play the Bears, not this week, but I think the week after.
Yeah, the Bears are now number 1, leading the NFC North, ahead of the Lions, ahead of the Packers, They beat the Vikings 19-17. It wasn't pretty, but they held on to win that one.
Vikings are in shambles, man.
Yeah, you know,
Mac Jones might be going to the Vikings.
you keep trying to promote the value of Mac Jones
And I will
on
keep promoting
any
that
team
value.
but the one you root for. Yeah, the Vikings
We love what he did
decision.
for us.
The Vikings' decision to move on from Sam Darnold looks worse and worse by the week.
Yeah.
Combined with how JJ McCarthy looks, with how Seattle looks with Sam Darnold running things.
It was like they should have did.
And that's on a week where he had 4 interceptions, Sam Darnold. Like, it's still.
Who did they draft? I think they who did Seattle draft? No, not draft, but traded for quarterback wise that got outplayed during the preseason and Russell Wilson.
Oh,
took his
Matt
step.
Flynn. They signed
Flynn,
him
yeah.
away from the Pack. He was the Packers' backup.
Backup that had a great year whenever Aaron Rodgers went down.
And he signed expecting to be the starter, just be given the job, and then Russ
beat
Wilson
him.
outperformed
And so
him.
that seems like even though you lost, it sucks that you're losing a job to injury, but you let Sam Darnold walk out that door.
Yeah. When you were a 14-win team,
That's ridiculous, man.
I understand you've got a first-round draft pick sitting on the bench as your backup quarterback, but if the money wasn't an issue. It wasn't like it wasn't a financial dump. It wasn't like they had to move off of Darnold.
Well, I don't even think he signed like a 2-year contract or something. You had him for another year. You could have let him sit on the bench still, like the Packers do, that have no problem keeping you on the bench for a year or two to learn and grow and mature while you're having a hot quarterback still, an old veteran quarterback still put up numbers, put up wins, get you to the playoffs. Damn near first seed in the NFC last year.
Yeah, and Darnold only signed a it's a lot of money. 3-year, $100 million deal total with Seattle.
And that's why Seattle's got one of the second best defense in the league, if not the first now, because they dumping money on some veterans out there, man.
Yeah, I just can't imagine what it feels like to be a Vikings fan. You watched your team win 14 games last year with Sam Darnold. You're seeing him do something pretty similar in Seattle this year.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the first round top 10 quarterback that you had high hopes was your future is now scuffling and you're sitting dead last in the division. Yeah, pretty.
And the Bears are leading the division.
That's even crazier to me. I mean, that's the craziest
But
thing.
that was supposed to be the expectation with Caleb Willie. He was supposed to be a
Sure.
generational talent.
And he's turned out, I mean, this year in the fourth quarter, there's very few quarterbacks better than him.
In a dynasty league, guess who traded for a Dunzier?
Oh, nice.
And all I had to give up was Kareem Hunt and next year's first and second round pick.
Well, that's a lot. It feels like a
Not
lot.
not when I'm like going for a championship.
Oh,
run.
it is.
So
Your window is closing.
Yeah, it's literally he's gonna get like a 11th and like a 12th or 13th, the 12th and 13th pick. I'll take that. And Duzier is what, second year, and he's coming into his own, putting up 30-point games.
No, that's going to pay off. For
DJ
years.
Moore's out next year. He only signed a 3-year deal. Like that, Duzier is going to be one of the top wide receivers in the game.
Well, and I think that's the connection. I mean, if the Bears 7-3 this year feels like, I mean, we watched Cowboys fans watched the Bears have one of their better games of the year against Dallas. I don't think at any point watching the Bears this year, I've thought they were a 700 win percentage team. I didn't think because 7-3 extrapolates out to what is that?
Do some math. It's
12 and basically 12-5,
yeah,
right? Something like that.
Mm-hmm. You're getting 11, 12 wins.
Yeah. I don't think anyone had the Bears being a 12-win team in year one under Ben Johnson also.
That's crazy. We're starting to see more and more of those trick plays come out of his bag.
Yeah.
And that's exciting.
it's terrifying for a potential first round playoff matchup.
But see,
Because those are the kind of plays that can, like, it's similar to Chicago might be what Washington was last year, where all of a sudden you look up and Washington is in the NFC Championship game.
so the Bears' remaining schedule: Steelers, hell of a defense, but we don't
Yeah.
know if Rodgers is going to play. If
No,
that,
it's
if that
Mason
even
Rudolph.
matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eagles, Packers, Browns, Packers, Niners, Detroit.
Okay, is it just me, or do a lot of these
If they
schedules
stay in first place, they earned it.
seem backloaded, like heavy
Oh, yeah.
backload? And I guess that's maybe when you were thinking about the Bears at the beginning of the season, you didn't think they'd have 7 wins after 10 weeks.
We saw the front schedule. I mean, it's just division back or front loaded.
Yeah.
And this is just a
Yeah,
good
that's
division
fair.
because they're
Yeah.
playing three games that are division games: Green Bay and Detroit.
And
Yeah.
it's a weird now because you're looking at their upcoming schedule where Green Bay and Detroit are second and third in that division,
Yeah.
and the Bears aren't dead last; they're number one, which
Mm-hmm.
is weird.
So they're circling that game.
Did you watch any of the Jameis experience when that Packers? Speaking of NFC North,
Yeah.
Packers.
Jameis is going to Jameis.
I love Jameis. I love watching the. Packers ended up winning 27-20, but there were Jameis.
He had a chance.
He had a chance, but he also should have thrown 5 interceptions.
Yes.
So it's like that's the Jameis experience in a nutshell.
It's like he just drops it in the bucket and then he's like throws it and he's like, "That's the wrong team, sir. There wasn't even a giant around the field."
No, there were multiple.
That's how you go 30 for 30 for a season.
That's 1,000. 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. Not a documentary produced by ESPN. We'll burn through the rest real quick. Steelers beat the Bengals. It wasn't close, 34-12. Explain this one to me. Jacksonville Jaguars 35, Chargers 6. The Chargers are, I've said it multiple times, the Chargers are the most confusing team this year.
Yeah, they're
to me.
streaky. And so are you have 2 streaky teams right now. Jacksonville's defense has been stellar the past 2 games.
Yep.
And the Chargers offense has been reeling for the past 2 or 3 games. Quentin Johnston, he looked like the pick that they wanted. Tall receiver, go across the middle. He's not even getting targeted. I don't know why. Lad McConkey is just a shell of himself from what he did last year. No running back game. Offensive line is horrible. Herbert's getting hit more than anybody in the league. I don't know what to tell you, man. Like,
Who do you have more faith in right now, the Chargers or the Chiefs?
oh, Chiefs. all
Chiefs,
day.
right?
Yeah. Just because Andy Reid, and then you got Chris Jones on the other side of the ball. I trust Chiefs defense way more than I trust the Chargers.
Just
defense.
looking at this AFC West now, because the other game, Broncos Chiefs, and Broncos won that one 22-19.
Yeah.
So you have the Broncos at 9-2, the Chargers at 7-4. The division's pretty much division's unattainable for the Chiefs. They're 5-5.
They're gonna have to look for sneaking in back
Sneaking-
door on the wild card spot.
Right, but still, looking at that division the way it sits right now, I still have more faith in the 5-5 Chiefs than either of the two teams. Like we've talked about Denver, talked about Chargers being
Well, the O line, like the line on the Chiefs, is better than the line on the Chargers. So, like Herbert, you give any 90% of the quarterbacks, you give any 90% of NFL quarterbacks, you give them time, they are going to perform at elite levels. The whole point is, are they going to get pressured on them? Now, in that division, who you got getting pressured? Max Crosby, you got Chris Jones doing work.
yeah.
You got
All of the Denver-
whole Denver players coming at you. So, I mean, they got to shore up that line. I would, if they lose again,
The Chargers
I
have
would-
lost both their tackles too to injury this
Yeah.
year.
If I,
Joe
like-
Alt and the other guy, I can't think of his name.
I would sit there and need to make a move to get a top tier receiver, like an AJ Brown might be moving to him for
Like a George Pickens.
George Pickens. I guarantee you on that one because if Quentin Johnson's the big body guy, Lad McConkey's the slot guy. They need that talent that's gonna garner the best corner on the other team. You know, so it opens up the other two, and then you also get the one-on-one. I think Pickens can beat pretty much any corner in the league.
The only other thoughts I had on that Broncos Chiefs game, Romo, it's not even funny how bad Romo is now. He's
I don't
not.
listen to him.
He's not even trying, dude. He's not even. There's no prep. Like this one show of notes is more prep than Tony Romo's done.
I mean, is he getting
all
tanked?
year? All year.
Is he getting tanked like in the
It sounds like
the
it.
hotel lobby before before the games?
It's bad.
I don't know.
It's so bad. So I had pulled 3 clips to send to LG from over the weekend as I saw them. And then this morning I was listening to them again. I was like, it's so bad. A montage of clips isn't even worth it because it's not even, it's like when you see that team getting blown out by 100 in high school basketball, and you're like, oh man, I'm starting to feel bad for. Part of me is starting to feel bad for how bad Tony Romo is at his job now. I would feel worse if I.
How long is that contract? 'Cause
Dude,
that's-
I think we're still at like
put Greg Olson. He was
6 or
awesome.
7 years. Yeah, dude. Also, every single week of watching, especially when the Cowboys don't play on Sunday, and I can really hop around and hear all the different broadcasters. JJ Watt. Texans are undefeated when JJ Watt calls their games. They beat the Titans 16-13. But hearing more of the broadcast teams, it's so clear that Greg Olson is head and shoulders above everyone else when it comes to actually analyzing the game. I think Greg Olson actually enjoys the nerdy side of football. Like Greg Olson is listening to football podcast every minute of his day. He's listening to
He's prepping.
he's prepping at all times
And he's
enjoys it.
He's tuning his craft too to be like, how do I get synergy with my co-hosts? And stuff
How do I take this really complex football topic and break it down where someone so the roommate enjoys or gets something out of it? Greg Olson's ability to educate people like you and I and the roommate or spouses that are watching, he's giving you levels of analysis where everyone from different levels of awareness or understanding of the game is still getting something out of it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of value to that.
We can bag on Romo all we want.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I say. It's not even worth it. Did you have any thoughts? Niners beat the Cards 41-22. I mean,
Kittle said it best last week. We got to lean on our veteran offense because we got a lot of young kids. And Bethune went out with a high ankle sprain. The stellar linebacker that took over for all-world Fred Warner, who's literally led the team in tackles. Then we also lost. Oh my God, we lost another linebacker. So we're decimated at linebacker already. And then we lost a cornerback as well. So great.
You're still holding on right now. If the season ended today, the Niners would be the last team in the playoffs.
And that's only because we haven't had our bye week yet. So let these other teams catch up to us because our bye week is week 14.
I was about to say it's not.
Thank you, NFL.
Yeah, I know it's
The
not.
most injured team in the league. You give us the latest bye week.
Keep up the good work, Goodell.
No, don't keep up that work.
Keep up the good work.
That is
from every
ridiculous.
Cowboy fan. Keep doing what you're doing, Playboy. Chase that money. You're killing it. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Kittle was outstanding. Brock Purdy shut down the oh, Mac Jones should be in there besides Brock Purdy.
Who said that?
Dude, it was becoming an issue. Like
That-
in Niner world, it was like should we stick with just Mac Jones instead of Brock Purdy?
Yeah, and at one point in time,
ridiculous.
there were Cowboys fans that wanted Steve Berline playing over Troy. We can call these people idiots,
Yeah.
Cap. Like, there's no reason to sugarcoat that. That's stupid. That's really, really
Brock
dumb.
was stellar once again. He has the 4th highest rating. He's first in yards per completion. He's first in another category. He's also 4th in QB rating, and that's over a span of you have to have like over 500 snaps.
Oh, with a
Yeah, it has like a cap where it gets,
curated minimum, so
Yeah,
it
so
fits the narrative
his-
that Brock Purdy is a top 5 quarterback all time.
no, it fits the narrative that he's playing as a top 5 quarterback.
I almost had
over the
you
last
agreeing
4
with that.
years.
Yeah, I
Over the
almost
The
had you.
legend of Brock Daniel Purdy will continue. If he continues at this pace and gets a chip or two, we need that chip.
So you mentioned your Niners are
I don't want a Dan Marino.
are the 7th seed.
Yeah.
Oh, he's far from Dan Marino. Let's calm down.
No, Dan Marino never got a chip.
I know.
Like, I don't want a great
Dan
quarterback,
Marino-
a Hall of Fame quarterback, and
That's why I'm saying
no
let's,
Super Bowl.
let's calm down. Brock Purdy's closer to Tony Romo than he is Dan Marino.
Sir,
Sir.
I've never slapped
Sir.
a man on air.
Sir. Your Niners are the 7 seed. Tell me. So technically, when we were talking about that Eagles-Lions game,
Yeah.
Eagles being in the contender category, that loss by the Lions is what knocked them out of a playoff spot.
Yeah.
So tell me, as we look at the fringe category, the Lions have they have destiny in their own hands because they have the games against the NFC North,
Yeah.
which includes the Packers, who are the 6 seed, and the Bears, who are the 3 seed. So if the Lions win their division games, they'll get into the playoffs. And then it'll be, whatever Niners and Packers potentially fighting for that, or Niners Seahawks. Don't y'all have Seattle again?
Yeah, we face Seattle one more time. And if we win that, we're going to have the edge on
Tiebreaker.
like division wins.
Yeah.
Like, no one can beat us in division wins.
So here's where it gets interesting. Because one of the teams I have in the fringe category is the Panthers. The Panthers are 6-5.
That's craziness.
It's crazy. They've bounced back. So they are
Tempted to start Brees Young this week against the Niners because our secondary is their
well,
defense is so decimated.
there were a lot of people that probably started Geno Smith this week in fantasy, only to be
Yeah.
disappointed. I still would lean more talent versus matchup because. But the Niners 7-4, final playoff spot. Lions 6-4, first team out. Panthers are 6-5, second team out of the playoffs. But the Bucks are only 6-4 now. So the Panthers have a pathway where they get in not as a wild card, but as the division winner if they can beat Tampa Bay.
Once again, the NFC South is hot garbage.
Hot garbage. The whole division is basically the fringe category.
Yeah.
They're all fringe playoff teams, but one of them.
Someone's going 9-8 or 8-9,
Exactly.
and getting in, dude.
So I ask, is there a realistic outcome where the Panthers are a playoff team, 2, the Panthers are anything other than the division champion playoff? Like, basically, are the Panthers climbing into this wild card race? Because
I don't think the wild card. No, there's only going to be one team out of the NFC South that's going to go in. So it's either going to be Tampa or it's going to be the Panthers. And I think the Panthers have a real good shot with the emergence of Rico Dowdle because you control the run game, you control the clock, you dictate everything.
also that defense,
Defense is legit. And if Bryce Young doesn't turn over the ball, you got a shot. You know what I'm saying? And him and McMillan had a great connection last week. Let's see if they build it up. But they're playing us this week. Lenore's going to be on that ass. You know, like he ain't getting no 14 catches on DeAndre Lenore.
Yeah, and you mentioned that
know?
game. Niners. Do you want to guess?
Niners minus 4.5.
Okay, you're finally getting the respect from Vegas you want.
Yeah.
Niners -7.
-7?
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I didn't think I was gonna get that respect.
Which is also, that's what I'm saying. You're
I
finally.
might pick the Panthers.
Yeah,
I don't know,
hey, don't you get any ideas? I'm already, because we're about to do that next. Just looking at the fringe category, I think
Yeah.
the Panthers are in the fringe category because they can catch the Bucks and win the division.
Yeah.
But I think some combination of Lions, Niners, Packers, and Bears
Yeah.
will be
Oh my.
your last team in, first team out.
Yeah. I
which-
see three people from NFC West going in for sure. Niners and Seattle, or whoever's going to win that division.
Seattle,
and then
Rams,
Seattle, and Niners are going.
So
to the
it's
playoffs.
either going to be 3 teams from one division are getting in. It's either
Yeah.
the NFC West or it's the NFC North. Because you're
Yeah.
either getting all 3 of Chicago,
Oh, you're not going to do
Detroit, and Green Bay, or you're getting all 3
one of those people. One,
of
if
you,
not two,
Seattle,
people that are
or-
gonna melt down. Detroit. They're
Well,
melting.
if 2 melt down, then the Panthers could potentially get back into a wild card run, but I don't think that's happening. We're right. So AFC side, it's a little more interesting in terms of the fringe because you have 3 teams now that are 5-5 right on the outside of the playoffs: the Texans, the Chiefs, and the Ravens.
Texans, wow,
Yeah, they've climbed all the way back in it, and they have
that defense, baby.
they've got a big game at home against the Bills this week.
So are we gonna see? I mean, they got Nico, Christian Kirk. Who's the other receivers that they got? Old buddy who snapped his leg. Is he? We gonna see
No,
him?
he's not back. Yeah, Tank Dell.
Yeah, he's gonna be out all year. Didn't they sign for someone? Was it Christian Kirk that I'm thinking of? I thought they got someone else.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't know.
It's also the Davis Mills show.
Yeah,
because CJ Stroud's still out.
Yeah, and then but the emergence of Marks, the rookie running back, that's good. And then if Joe Mixon, I don't think he's coming back this year.
The Ravens are the one I think to look at if you're talking fringe and because how much confidence do you have in the 6-4 Steelers with Mason Rudolph
No.
versus the 5-5 Ravens with Lamar back? Lamar didn't practice today, but I think they're doing the same thing they did last week.
So I want to take it back that the Carolina Panthers have a shot for the playoffs.
Why?
Listen
The
to
upcoming schedule?
Look at this upcoming series. Niners this week.
That's a win.
The Rams the week after. The Saints. Let's go that win.
Okay.
Bucks, Seattle, Bucks. You
Well,
got
they've
another. But they have a making the playoffs in a wild card.
Yeah.
Like
No, that's not happening.
they're not but if they run the Bucks, they got a chance to get in division.
If the Bucks
But
drop some other
they
games too.
they gotta play 3 NFC West teams.
Yeah, that is
and one of them is not the Cardinals.
yeah, that is a rough. I messed up LG shot. That's a rough upcoming. Let's knock it out then because
Yeah.
we've got picks we have to make since we're only doing one show this week.
Yeah.
Here's the games I pulled. Obviously, we're gonna do Panthers at Niners. Niners -7. Eagles at Cowboys. Eagles -3.5. The games aren't very good this week, and even the 4 matchups I pulled to choose from are a bit of a stretch in terms of quality. So, Bills at Texans. That's Thursday night football.
That's Thursday.
That's Thursday. That's tomorrow night.
I see what you're trying to do here.
Bills -6.
Bills -6.
Steelers at Bears. Bears are 2.5-point favorites in that.
I like Colts and Chiefs for that.
Colts and
day.
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Chiefs -3.5. I've got that one written down. And then lastly, I had Sunday night football. Bucks at Rams. Rams -7.
I like the Bucks and Rams. We go that. I like that one for the night game. Do you really want to do Thursday night game?
I mean, the games aren't very good. It's either that or we could drop Bills Texans and then do
Chiefs, Colts,
Steelers Bears,
Bucks,
Rams.
Rams. Yeah,
Lock it in?
lock it in.
Okay. So as always, we'll start with Cowboys. Eagles at Cows. Birds at Cows. Birds favored by 3.5.
At Cowboys,
I know.
it's your team. You picked first, but
The offense. Eagles offense hasn't looked great.
no.
Cowboys defense, even though it was the Raiders, there's a pathway where you can see them being more disruptive than they were in the week 1 matchup.
It's gonna be a physical match.
Cowboys know they've got the Chiefs on Thanksgiving next Thursday. If you don't win, I mean, it's a must win.
You're talking yourself into this one.
I just think that 3.5 hook, I think realistically, like a 27-24 Eagles win
Yeah.
doesn't sound bad. A 30-28 Eagles win. If the Eagles do get their offense clicking, like I like the Cowboys offense at home to keep it close.
We can't reel on it all day. You gotta make that snap decision there, buddy.
I mean, 3.5, that half hook. I gotta go. Screw it. Give me Dallas plus the points.
Mark it.
Writing it down. My hand just won't move real easily. I don't know, man. Which way are you leaning?
Dude.
You're taking the Eagles.
Yes,
yeah,
of
I
course.
figured. All right. See, that's my other.
So you're taking Cowboys.
Well, I need to have some way to catch back up.
Yeah.
But if I pick the Cowboys, I feel like I might be chasing the wind and only just fall further behind.
They came off a great win. Looked stellar.
I mean, the defense looked like a whole different unit. How many points would they give up?
It is a whole different. And they got Quentin Williams.
Still gave up 16 points.
Quentin Williams
To the
sitting there
Raiders.
stopping the tush push.
All right, you talked me into it. Give me the Cows plus 3.5.
I'll take that point. Give me the Eagles.
Panthers at Niners. Niners -7.
Oh, the first time they respect us. Why? I still think that offense is going to click. We're going to plug up the Rico Daddle show.
This is also the Monday Night Football game.
Yeah. And McMillan, he is not going to get nearly the amount of points he did last week. Hit me with the Niners.
Taking Niners.
7 points. That's a lot, though.
That is a lot.
I don't like it, but we can do it.
A lot. I can't believe I'm not going to take the Cowboys and the Panthers in the same week, right? I mean, that just feels like a recipe to fall.
You got to bet big when you lose big.
Yeah, I think I don't. I mean, that's a whole touchdown plus the extra point. I mean, that's like it's a 7's a lot. I'm worried though if I split both of these.
So what if it's like they win by 7? Who gets it? It's a push, right?
Yeah, it's just a push. We just don't count it. We haven't had one yet.
Why would they do it? Nothing.
Well,
not a half.
So my guess is
Because they're not sure.
my guess is it opened 6.5 and it's been bet up by the public. I bet. Niners opened as 6.5 point favorite.
Let's keep it that.
So public is we take them as we look at them. Public has put the money on the Niners. You know what? Screw it. Give me the Panthers.
Oh! Drama.
Panthers, I'll take 7 points. And then we said we were going to do Steelers, Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Bears -2.5. Steelers without Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I'm going Bears. Gotta go Bears. Swift is questionable, but I think he's gonna play. But the backup, when he's gone in there, he has shown that.
Oh
I
yeah,
forget.
the long name. What's his name?
Mick Mac-
Yeah. Careful. Just say it fast.
Mick Magnum.
There we go.
Yeah, he
Uh,
doesn't look like bad. So, but I mean, that's a hell of a defense. But Bears are clicking, and they're playing. They're not playing at Soldier. They're playing over and playing. What's Steelers Stadium name?
Oh, it's at Chicago.
Oh, is that Soldier Field?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me the Bears, baby.
Yeah, it's in.
So technically, they were trying to give the basically give the edge to the Steelers if they were playing neutral site.
I think based
That's
on
ridiculous.
defense, you're going Bears.
Yeah, Bears defense is not bad, man.
Bears -2.5. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm taking Bears.
Mhm.
I'm taking Bears along with you. And then we said Colts at Chiefs. Chiefs -3.5.
Oh,
Must win game.
Indy coming off a bye, and it's
I'll go first on this one. The Chiefs, Pat Mahomes has to save the season. I think he does it. Give me Chiefs to cover 3.5.
even though I think the NFL will not let Patrick Mahomes not make the playoffs. Jonathan Taylor coming off a bye week, resting, ready to run. Indiana Jones, you saw that maniac like 2 weeks ago.
Take another
I'm going Indy.
final.
Where we at? In Indy?
Oh no, Arrowhead.
You mother. 2.5?
3.5.
So they got to win by more than a
Yeah,
field goal.
you get a whole field goal to save you.
All right, yeah, stick with Indy.
Colts.
Stick with Indy.
Oh, this is
How do you defeat one Patrick Mahomes? You keep him on the bench by running the ball.
this is setting up to be we could have
slaughter.
some serious separation this week because I'm already regretting my first two picks.
That's what she said.
Hey now, Bucks at Rams -7.
Oh, Bucky Irving, are you back in my life?
This is the same way. This game opened Rams -6.5. The public
Yeah.
has betted up to a full touchdown.
Yeah.
I keep saying this and I keep being proven wrong. Baker Mayfield plus the points has not been good to me.
But you can't stop yourself.
I mean, I like Baker on turf on Sunday night. This is a Sunday night game.
Yeah.
I think I'm going. I thought the Bucks were going to cover that game last week against the Bills, and they were 5.5 point dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I think they stay within a touchdown of the Rams. I'm taking the Bucks
Oh my
+7.
Oh my God. I love you that you locked it in because Baker is questionable as well.
What? No, he's not going to miss that.
Illness.
Yeah, he's fine.
Limited through walkthrough. Godwin might be back. I think the Rams, after almost losing, should have lost that game. They're gonna blow them out. Blow them out by at least 20 points.
Rams by 20?
Well, I think, in my opinion,
Yeah,
but
guess,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna give you 20.
Sure, but you're going to take Rams -7.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, this is setting up. This could very well
We different on all 5 games.
4 of the 5. We both
Oh,
took
yeah,
the Bears.
Bears. Okay, 4
Bears
of the
over
5.
Steelers.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
This is not this. I don't like what I look down and I don't like what I'm looking at, Cap. The more I actually think about it. But regardless, let's win them all. LG, let's do some lightning round. Get out of here. So you remember last week how we closed the show? I saw, who was it in the chat? I think it was it Chris? Chris mentioned earlier the Amarillo, El Paso, El Dorado game. You remember we closed the show last week with the video from the Valero and Plainview of the 3 coaches flipping the coin to see.
So dramatic.
Yeah. Well, Amarillo won the coin flip, as we talked about. They were really 8-2, but they had to forfeit 6 games. So that made them 2-8.
Mm-hmm.
But they are the 4th place team in their district. So last week in round 1 of the Texas high school football playoffs, out of a possible 160 games, 160, where a district champion played a team that got 4th place in their district, out of 160 games, the 4th place team won 22 of those.
Yeah.
So I saw someone, I think it was Greg Tepper, the guy that runs Dave Campbell's Texas high school football. He said that percentage, 22 out of 160, that's the same as the amount of 14 seeds upsetting 3 seeds over the last decade.
Yeah.
So that's just for a comparison of, how often that happens.
That's March Madness he's talking about.
Right. That Amarillo team played in the game, has to be the game of the week. El Paso El Dorado beat Amarillo 77-76.
Whoa!
Yes, that is not a misprint.
But weren't they because they lost on stipulation? They should have been really the division champs.
They should have ended up, I think, 2nd place in the district.
So they were already a real good
They
team.
were good. And
77-76.
they almost got the upset.
I'm gonna have to YouTube that.
Yeah, I was digging for some. I read an article from the whatever the Amarillo paper is called. I can't think of it. All I can think about is the Avalanche Journal, the Lubbock paper. They're all the same once you're north of Abilene. But yeah, it turned out to be an amazing game after the coin flip we talked about last week.
All right, hit me, LG. If you can go ahead and get that video ready, but not just yet. We're just going to run down college football last week. Ohio State cleaned house on UCLA. Indiana cleaned house on Wisconsin. Oklahoma over Alabama. Now they are a playoff-looking team, in my opinion.
Yeah, would they slot in 8th? I think in the new CFP rankings that came out last night.
Georgia, as we all know, did not give any leeway to Texas.
How about the balls on Kirby Smart? That onside kick, up 11. So Arch and Texas had scored to make it 14-10.
Yeah.
And you're starting to think they're back in the game. Mm-hmm. And what was that? Halfway through the 3rd quarter or late in the 3rd quarter. And then
it was like 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah. And then Georgia gets the ball back, drives down, scores a touchdown. Surprise onside kick, gets it, drives down, scores a touchdown. So Arch had got them back within 4 points. And then the next time he touches the ball, they're down 18. 28-10. 3 scores with under 8 minutes to go in the game, and the game's basically over.
Yeah, and they're just playing prevent defense.
That was such a ballsy call by
Texas
Kirby.
Tech cruises over UCF. Notre Dame keeps winning. The Brigham Young Mormons, they like to soak up all into TCU.
Well, they're soaking their way into the playoffs now because I guess technically they would be the first team out right now because you still got the group of 5 or the group of 6 and the ACC champion getting in.
And the game of the week, I thought, was the comeback by Texas A&M. If you can log that video in for me, they had all the momentum, as Herb Street liked to say over and over. And I'm like, I hope Pumas listen to this. The momentum to win the game and not let them score in the second half.
Okay, hold on.
What?
So the game, if we assume it starts at a neutral amount of momentum, no team has any, okay?
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina goes into the half winning 30-3.
Yeah.
all the momentum in the world, right? According by your own logic.
And then Texas comes out and scores on him, starts getting a little momentum.
No,
the coach starts doing it. It was a swing.
You're describing.
It was a swing.
You're just describing A&M played like ass in the first half. Marcel Reed couldn't complete a pass, threw multiple interceptions.
Yeah,
momentum had nothing to do with that. He just played bad. And then in the second half, he played good.
Outstanding.
That's how this works. It's not momentum. It's individuals' performance that accumulates to the totality of a score.
We can go on and on about
Right.
this, but
No, it's just this is the perfect example that it doesn't exist.
it does exist because you boost your defense. Be like, okay, we come out and score. What's possible?
It was
It's
30-3.
I want to hear
at the
I want
half.
to hear the halftime speech that was given.
Did you hear what Elko said?
No.
He said, I didn't give any rousing, fiery halftime speech. This was built in the summer. This was the grit we've built up all off-season program. This was, he's like, I don't give big fiery speeches to motivate these. They knew what needed to be done. Kind of a balls, like kind of a badass. Like
He said something.
I would
He
imagine.
said something.
I would imagine.
But
he
if
did.
you could
Elmer
load up the clip, because
Elmer Fudd looking.
what we saw, salty little A&M on field popo sheriff.
Oh, I don't think he was a Aggie. I don't think he was a Texag police officer. I think that was full state trooper.
No, state trooper. He was
Yeah.
full sheriff's department trooper. I sent it through the proper channels, LG. Proper channels.
But did you alert him before the show that it would be called for?
He should know. He's a professional. All right, here we go. Roll it. This guy comes in and just shoulder checks two of them and then yells at them, get your ass out there, because he's running to the locker room because it looked like he was pulling a hammy, so he's kind of like feeling it out. Like, what was he doing? What was the point of going in the locker room? He acted like he's going over there to tell him to stop smoking like reefers.
I think
You
the
know?
point was he was a upset Aggie fan who was not enjoying how that
Well,
first half
He's
was
been taken off of game
Yeah.
duty as well.
He has been taken off at the game
permanently.
duty. Permanently.
I don't know about permanently.
I saw they
Oh, for the rest of the year.
for the rest of the year. Okay, yeah.
And LeBron James has called for a suspension.
Oh,
on
great.
him.
Yeah.
I was waiting to form my opinion on this situation until I heard what LeBron said about it.
Me too.
So
I was
it's
like,
good.
I didn't want to think about anything
Right.
until LeBron
I need to hear.
told me his feelings.
I
Well,
need to hear.
here's my opinion. Next time you send me a video, don't send me a video of someone taking a video of their TV. Send me the actual video.
I am
Thank
so
you.
glad. Thank you. I'm so glad
Oh,
because I was about to rip you one for it too.
Okay.
The video
Still learning.
of the TV
Alright.
is spectacular.
Oh God.
I knew that would rile.
All right,
No,
LG. You
look,
dirtbag,
dude. I mean, as much as you much as you want to be back the blue guy out there.
Yeah.
There's no excuse for that.
That's why we don't like you
That's
sometimes.
right. Like that's why people like
I have been.
That
I'm
perpetuates
assuming you have been a
stereotypes.
tall guy. I've been a tall and big guy for most of my life, and you don't know how many of these short cops have just given me crap, just to give me crap on the beach, on anything. I remember walking up when there was a scuffle in one of the beaches where my guy knocked out like 8 people, and we were like
minor
and
detail.
and his parents were getting arrested while his mom got decked, like is sitting there in the ambulance. I'm like, why are you arresting him? And they're like, hold up. And they pull a
what are
gun-
you doing?
They pull a gun on me, and I'm like, yo. And they're like, back up, put me in handcuffs.
you're intimidating.
Put me, yeah.
You're
I
a-
scared him.
You're a menacing
I
force.
scared him. But yeah, that's, man, shame on y'all, man. That was bad look for Texas right
You know,
there.
the unfortunate thing about it all is
and
he
LeBron's right.
he didn't get to see the comeback. Like, he
Yeah,
missed-
exactly. He got
Like imagine as pissed off as he was in the first half at the score, he would have been losing his mind.
what's he gonna do to a UT player?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Hit me, LG. Do you have a fantasy update for us?
Yeah, I was gonna do that in the next.
Okay,
line.
all right. Well, then I'll save that. LG, we'll save the Real Madrid video. The only other thing I had, obviously, LG was in the room last night for the Mexico-Paraguay friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Mexico might be on shaky ground going into
What was the
this
score?
World
I
Cup.
didn't score that game because I was watching U.S. beat Uruguay
Dude.
5-1.
Dude, Mexico loses 2-1 to Paraguay.
Wow.
But they tied that Uruguay squad. They tied 0-0 on over the weekend.
Mexico,
So-
they haven't been good for like a decade plus.
It's a bit of a down cycle talent wise. It seems. But you mentioned U.S. destroyed Uruguay. That's the same Uruguay that beat them in the Copa America that caused Berhalter to lose his job. It's the U.S. beat Paraguay earlier or over the weekend because basically the two teams they round robin both the South American teams. Both of those, Uruguay and Paraguay, both are in the World Cup. They've qualified.
And I like how the U.S. said these aren't friendlies to us.
And also the way Pochettino said, don't refer, like a reporter asked him a question like, how proud are you of the guys on the field tonight since it wasn't the regulars, since a lot of the regulars were missing? And Pochettino was like, no. You know, when you put on this crest,
This is your
you
team.
are the regular. Like
Yeah.
this is the team.
And that brawl they got in with Paraguay.
Love seeing that too. I think Pochettino is you're finally seeing an identity forming. It also aligns the last 5 games they've run a 3 in the back. So you're getting the players just look more
offense.
comfortable, more offense, is understanding the system better. It's the first time the U.S. has gone undefeated 5 straight games against top 40 opponents since like 2013 or 2014. Right. So the U.S.
Hey,
look
we're
like
hosting
they're-
it. We're hosting it along with Canada and Mexico. We got to show out.
Yeah,
you know?
I just want to see. I would love to see I just want to see Canada take off, but I would love to see a USA Mexico game
Oh yeah.
in a World Cup knockout round on North American soil next
I
summer.
don't think Mexico can get out of the table.
Yeah, so the
Can't get out of the group
the
phase.
group draw is December 5th. So it'll be
okay.
here before you know it.
Okay.
And we got a lot of other teams this last weekend for teams that were still going through qualifying in CONCACAF, the rest of
Yeah.
the teams. Europe, we saw a lot of late winners.
Ireland beat.
Ireland getting in, Scotland getting in on a late winner. So we'll know the exact groups first week of December.
That's exciting. Hit me, LG. So, time for the weekly Sports Cave Live Fantasy Football wrap up. Hey, I like it, dude. The captain creamed the wild card and jumped him, creaming all over him
Why is it all about creaming?
because the captain creams competition.
But you don't have. It's not like you have like Kevin Creamer on your roster. Like there's not a cream related name. You don't.
It's just what I want.
Okay. All right. I like it. I like it.
So he oozed 128 over 115 a wild card. It was pretty nice out top on there. He was once in first place. Now he's in 7th. Points matter. Remember that. I said that last week. I'll say it again this week. King Henry of the Hamptons lost to a obliterating AI Overlords 130 to 69. Eli Ubers, if you would have slotted someone different instead of Brian Thomas Jr., you would have taken out Captain Chairman Meow, the Chairman Meow, who squeaked out a win, 93 to 89.
I saw
Just
that.
a squeaker. It was just a squeaker.
It wasn't. Hey, look, they all count the same.
That should have been a loss.
They
but
all
as
count
I
the
said,
same.
Points matter. Points matter. But you get Jonathan Taylor back next week. So, and then the Momentumers had it stopped abruptly by Brickashaw Ferguson 131 to 103. Adolph bushed all over James Gang with a game of the week of 128 to 127.
Oh no! Wait, who was that again?
Mr. Adolph himself.
Adolph, Oliver,
Yeah.
and James Gang.
James Gang.
So that was a 7-4 Adolph Oliver beating a 5-6 James Gang
they
by
were-
1 point.
Yeah, so he was 6-4.
That might
versus
be a
5.
playoff.
That was a playoff. And James, if you would have won that game, you would have been in playoff contention, sir.
How many teams make the playoffs again?
6.
So
6.
half the league is eliminated.
Yep.
Right now,
And Papaya FC is cruising again, defeats Tulsa State fair handedly, 122-65. They are cruising as well.
Well,
look at the standings.
look
We
at
got
these
3
standings.
games. 3 games left. The captain is creaming at the bottom of that table in the 6th position.
you're right. You have the same position as your Niners. You're the last team into the playoffs right now.
Yep.
Huh.
But we're
If only-
we're one of the scariest teams.
If only my Cowboys had the same position I do, because it looks like I'm kind of looking down on everybody at the top.
Papaya guy. I would have been in 5th position. Papaya has what is that? Not even 18 points higher than me. That's what separates.
0.18?
Yeah. Less than 1/10.
Oh, dang. Oh, yeah. I'm looking at
Almost
it now.
2/10. So points matter. Like if this was like, I've been ousted out of the playoffs before by less than 1 point.
Okay, hold on.
It is a brute.
And educate me. When do the playoffs start?
Week 15.
And we're in week 12.
Yes. So you got 3 more games.
Okay.
And look at your points. You were top of the leaderboard, but now
I'm still
we're
top.
by like over. You were like by over 100 points, but with this little flopper you did this week,
We'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You need to worry about making sure you make the playoffs. Don't worry about my points total at the top of the podium.
the captain's in good position.
I think I'm mathematically in.
Yeah, you're mathematically
Yeah.
should be in. Yeah. So if you go 8 and 6,
I think I'd still get in because one of the 6 and 5 teams still have to play each other.
you'd have to like really score low points. You're like 99% chance.
I hope we play each other in the playoffs. Hit me, LG. Let's get out of here. I pulled this just for you. If you ever think that I don't appreciate your absurd East Coast, West Coast fandoms, if you don't think
I support America.
that's right, all
Support
parts
America.
of it.
East Coast, West Coast, South Coast.
And I support the flyover.
Gulf of America.
The real patriot states, the flyover states like Dallas, Texas, and San Antonio. No. Your Niners fandom is well documented. Your Yankee Minute is the stuff of legend.
Yes.
The lore and the must listen to
I got a
segment.
judge stat for you if you want it.
I think you might have to compete with John here because this might be the best Yankee Minute I've ever heard in my life.
Oh God.
Let's go to John and Mespeth. Hey, John.
This moron Brian Cashman is an idiot. He bit off more than he could chew. He read the wrong cards. Now he's got to deal with this one-hit wonder, overpaid bum now, Trent Grisham, $22 million with a couple more $1 million when it got to Cody Bellinger. Now we got to hear Hal Steinbrenner counting his damn pennies. Oh, payroll, looks like that. We got Aaron Judge and Garrett Cole in their goddamn play, and we're wasting it with Trent Grisham. No! You moron, Brian Cashman!
I don't know. I'm so angry.
All right, thank you, John. Wow.
Okay, listen.
Call of the year from John and Mespeth.
Somebody check on John.
Cheeky. Somebody check on John.
He passed out.
Let's go
I
to
think
John
we
and
need-
Mespeth. Hey, John.
I think we're going to need the drop of Brian Cashman, you idiot.
Oh man. So they picked Trent Grisham signed his qualifying offer for $22 million to come back, but had the best year ever. And if he repeats it, good. If he doesn't, it's 1 year.
Yeah, maybe if
We're still gonna go for outfielder. We're gonna spend big this year.
maybe if he starts to struggle in the playoffs, you don't hit him lead off every game. Despite maybe you let your manager make the decisions instead of your front office basing it off.
I got some problems
Analytics.
with one Aaron effing Boone and Brian Cashman.
So does John and Maspeth.
I feel his pain.
I know you do, and listen.
But he better make it up
No.
and give me the Japanese Godzilla himself
This is
He come back over, and we're gonna get it in that bomb out of the left field.
radio should not be a wrestling promo. The fact that the idiot mouth breathers listening to WFAN enjoy that, literally enjoy that every day of just having
That's just native
angry,
Yankee fan.
exactly, having
I love native
angry
Yankee fan, dude.
Yankee fan calling in and just yelling at the radio. Like, that is terrible radio unless it's being used for good content like we just did. On that note, let's get out of here. The only show we have this week. Cap, tell the good people how to get a hold of you.
You can get a hold of me at the Captain's Chair 210, Instagram, and
What is it?
X.
There we go.
But we also have soon to come a Sports Cave Live 210. Look for it on Instagram.
Oh.
We're gonna start putting material on that throughout the week.
I like the sound of that. Well, find me on X at Biggest Puma, Instagram biggest.puma, and I guess apparently Sports Cave 210.
Sports Cave Live 210.
Sports Cave Live. That's a mouthful. LG, when's the next stream?
Sunday.
Sunday stream, LG's house. Again, only show this week, but I am in with Andy tomorrow on Ticket at 4 o'clock. So tune in there. Reminder, every Tuesday, Thursday with Andy. Again, 100 episodes of this thing.
Hundreds of more to come.
Feels pretty good. Appreciate all of y'all's support. Be good.
Go Yankees.
Be safe. Peace.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?
Only thugs use drugs. Say no to drugs.
Yeah!